Coming up on the next episode of the Celsius Pod.
Because even me who doesn't play Minecraft, I just had to see it because it becomes a cultural event like Barbie or Oppenheimer, something like that. It just becomes a thing.
Yeah, but my main issues with this movie is Paul Rudd's character sucks. It's too gross. Like, there's so many nasty deaths. Like the first one, the doctor when he gets
but also Aiden, you're just overall really bad with gore.
Also, they killed like one of my favorite characters at a point that he didn't really need to die.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Celsius Podcast. Today's episode is going to be a very low-cut, chill, think of jazz and movies, and this is the combination for today's episode.
I love jazz and movies.
We're calling it Juvies. We're calling it Juvies.
Yeah,
we're a new concept. Never before heard of.
Okay, but guys, this is 121.
And 121, guess what, guys? The weather.
I do have the weather.
68.
It is 37 degrees. And it's going to rain a lot.
That's good.
32.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it's raining where you are in 37, and me and Nicola go to the beach.
There's no beach.
It was 75 degrees. We did go to the beach today.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's
guys.
Up.
What did we say we were going to do in 121? What do we have?
This is when we announce the Celsius Pod Oscars items, the required things is this episode.
It's been like 10 weeks.
For us it's been 10 weeks because we filmed it that long ago.
Yeah.
But for you it's only 1 or 2 depending on how soon this episode comes out in conjunction to the other one. Which is great, right?
Yeah.
So we've all had time to think of it, and Nicola and Uri totally didn't think of them just now, even though they've had 10 weeks, which is...
I actually didn't think about it right now.
Well, Nicola needs to talk to the Academy.
Nicola's opinion doesn't matter. The opinion of the Academy matters.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the head Academy.
I'm the head. I'm the head of the Academy. That is the thing.
Yeah.
In fact, I do have some news about the Academy later.
Uh-oh.
Is a new member being added?
I think the Academy lost their virginity.
That's good. All of them?
The Academy did.
Oh, okay.
The building?
Yes.
Okay, but let's go through
the building
in order of first place to third place.
And then the Academy.
Then the Academy. What we chose as our thing.
So me first, I guess, then.
Yeah.
So I had action. I thought that would be the most fun to do. There's a feather in my hat. Call it macaroni, am I right, guys? I had action, and so I was thinking, what is gonna be the most out of place for you guys to make? Because clearly I'm in a different genre than everyone else. So I have the power to make something happen that maybe wouldn't happen otherwise. And so I chose something that has been already in my 2 previous movies. Someone or something has to be shot and ragdoll across the screen.
Okay.
We see it in Smile the Dog with Smile the Dog. And we see it in The Break-In with Alan Wrench Ulbrichson. So if you need examples of what that looks like, you can see those. And that's what I'm using. That's my thing.
So I guess my turn, because I got second. I had object, and I totally did not think of it right before. I totally have it in mind.
And he totally did not try to say wrench again.
I did not say wrench again.
Even though we forbade that from happening.
But the thing is, it needs to be an object from a previous film.
I'm thinking about it right now as we're speaking.
And so it
could be from any of them.
But it could be from any of them. So I decided to go with the The cocaine carpet.
The
Cocaine
cocaine carpet. To be honest,
carpet.
I already had a bit in my head that involved the cocaine carpet. So
Oh, wow.
I'm really excited that we got to do it again.
I don't
Now,
get a movie with
Uri, does it have to be the same kind and
It
brand
has
of
to be
carpet?
the same type of carpet, and
Okay.
maybe we'll have to go to Beck's house to film it. You know,
Beck, will you send me the make and model of your?
I will.
Thank you. Although we have
now.
we have plenty of time for these movies because I think it's episode 200 is the next Oscars.
maybe, yeah, probably.
A
Not
while.
20.
Well,
Yeah.
Beck, go.
wait, we're on like 120, right? We're on 121.
That'd be 80
so-
weeks, so probably not. Maybe like 180.
Yeah, no,
Anyway.
it's probably gonna be like around 180. Okay, so I had a phrase.
Uh-huh.
Now, guys,
Yep.
what is my phrase?
Okay.
The phrase "it's
Generational
just a
wealth.
game" is such a weak mindset.
Has been used, actually. Shit.
That has
that's a
been
good one.
used. So the phrase is no, it's not the whole thing. It's just the phrase. The phrase "is just a game" is such a weak mindset. Just that section. It doesn't have to be the whole speech.
Okay. Well, I got some news about the Academy. The Academy is dead.
What?
They
So
killed them?
when it came time to choose the Academy and to have us choose our name, I created an area where we could discuss, and I gave us some ideas of what to do and stuff. Now, nobody else in the Academy ever responded,
Okay.
and that has just been gone silent. So the other Academy members no longer exist, and I
Okay.
cannot run the Academy by myself. So I am now no longer the Academy. I have been rebranded to
Uh-oh.
The
the
school.
Celsius in the Celsius School of the Celsius
Of
School
arts? Of the
of
arts?
Arts. The Celsius School of
Wow.
the Arts. So this
The
is not
Celsius-
actually an Oscar award show next time. It's going to be an It's
showcase?
going to be a showcase. Yeah. It's a
So
showcase.
there aren't going to be any awards.
There's no award. Maybe one award.
For best
So
picture?
we'll fix that. We'll fix that in
We'll
post.
fix
There'll be
that.
an academy.
I
There's
got
gonna
like
be an
four,
academy.
I got 4 trophies left over. I might do something with them.
To do best director, best picture, best actor.
Okay.
But let's
what
just-
does
but it's-
Professor Christic?
But
what's
mostly
Professor
it's
Christic's
I'm going to be
name?
grading you guys basically. It's not going to
Well-
be that. It's going to be like a grade.
Beck, he has a PhD. He's doctor. Come on.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have a doctorate.
what is Dr. Christic of the Celsius School of the Arts want for the name that we have to include in the Celsius
Well-
Pod Art Showcase?
Well, we have a small movie on the channel called Poker Night.
Oh.
And-
Go night.
None
Three
of
of
them
these
are
characters-
canonically named.
They canonically have 3 names.
They
The name
canonically don't. I made the
kid,
film. I know they
The
canonically don't.
rookie and the
I-
pro.
They are
Yeah.
titles. They are titles, not
name-
names.
The
Those are their
name
name.
that the
I agree with
podcast
Nicola on this one.
has chosen is the rookie.
The rookie.
That is all.
Wow.
You guys will be graded off of your performance, and will be given a
No.
letter grade.
You're
And the rookie
right?
is Beck's character, correct?
The rookie was Beck's character. Yes.
Okay.
You're
So he fucking dies.
Yes.
So the rookie has to come back. in
Aiden
our
was the
films?
pro. He also died. I was the kid.
Yeah.
Now, Nicola, does this have any relation to the cop drama The Rookie, starring Nathan Fillion?
No, it does
No,
not.
I don't think so.
But I'm assuming that you're trying to transition into it.
No,
watched
I've
The
never
Rookie?
seen the show
Then why would you say that?
because it's called The Rookie.
He's trying to do a bit. It's a comedic, moment of relief.
I thought
Okay.
bits were supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
I found it quite funny.
I'm taking 5 points off your next.
I found it
assignment.
entertaining.
So the character needs to be named the rookie. The character is the rookie. Has to come back in our movie.
It has to be, can be named, can be shown, whatever needs to be
It has to be
happening.
whatever. It has to be named. It has to be. It can be named. It can be showed. It can be a flashback. It can be a flash forward. It can be in the same timeline. It can be some alternate universe. It just has to be a character named the Rookie who is from
Yeah.
Poker Night.
Yep.
That sounds like a
true.
lot of work to not have it to be the same guy. So yeah, and
I already have a lot of good ideas.
I mean, it's easy for Beck because he is the Rookie.
Yeah.
You guys have to figure
Yeah.
out how to get Beck into your movie.
Well, Beck was going to be
I-
in my movie regardless.
All I need is like a trailer and like catering, and I'll be there.
yeah.
No, I'm not getting you that. Sorry. Do we
You'll
want to
hear from
come
my
up with?
union.
We don't have a location thing yet.
Yeah.
We didn't make that. So we'll come up with that later. How about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Um,
We'll come to an agreement. We'll
we
shake
need to,
on it.
We need to decide before summer because I want to film over the summer.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of the idea. We're all together in the summer.
Yeah. So we have sort of the small breakdown for our movies. Exciting. Does anyone have any instant ideas? I'm thinking the Rookie gets attacked and killed. You know?
Now, I don't necessarily
And
have
you get shot and ragdolled across.
anything yet, but I do. This
I
is
think the
related.
Rookie-
This is related to something I've watched, so I can tie it in real
I
quick.
think the Rookie gets high on the cocaine carpet and he dies. He
Wow.
overdoses.
Okay.
Well,
What I have so far with my idea is every Beck Lions variant, like character I've played, all the heroes get grouped together and all the villains get grouped together.
And they have a
fight each
fucking
other.
conversation.
No, they fight in like
Okay.
an epic duel.
That's awesome.
some
I would
kind
love
They're
to
of-
see
all
that.
fighting over the cocaine
I-
rug.
No, the cocaine rug is the housekeeper brings the cocaine rug.
Oh,
Well,
that's just his
I
weapon.
want to
There's a lot
say that
of great character dynamics. Like guys, Rommel meeting with Captain Beatty from Celsius 232, two firefighters meeting each other. Think of the dynamics there.
No, I gotta say, as your professor, Beck, I know compared to the other two people here, you're not as highly awarded. So hopefully you can
disagree.
hopefully you can prove yourself through your grade.
Yeah, back third time's a charm.
Yeah.
True.
It's
Remember-
been everyone has won first place except me. So this is my year.
Remember, an F in art spells fart.
True.
And you don't want to be a fart. But you know what is
No.
a fart? Someone want to transition to a bad movie or TV show?
Yeah, this one is from this year. Me and Beck watched it because we were bored and Beck was playing simulation games and I said that can't be. Let's watch a bad movie. So, and it counts for 2025. We watched it together.
We did.
Movie Kinda Pregnant.
And it was
Um,
kind of shit.
Are you?
Not
was
even
kind
like
of-
kind of shit. It was just really shit.
Yeah.
So guys, you know how like when you have a movie, you kind of want the main character to win because you like them. Now this
Yeah.
film does a very experimental thing where it
By
makes the main
casting
character
Amy Schumer as the main character.
the most insufferable and annoying person in the movie. So you're just constantly preying on her downfall the entire time.
Yeah. I like to call this trope casting someone that's insufferable. And making and writing.
It's a good
movie.
trope.
Yeah. So they cast Amy Schumer, or Amy Schumer cast herself because she wrote the movie, I think.
Oh, is that why
Um,
it's bad?
So what's the
Yes.
plot of
Yeah,
the movie
no, and that's
exactly?
also why there's only 3 types of jokes in this movie.
Does it pass
Penis,
the Bechdel test?
vagina, and vagina too. That's the
So does it
alternate.
actually
Yes.
pass the Bechdel test?
It does.
Yeah, I think so.
Guys, so what's it about?
So Amy Schumer, she wants to be pregnant. So she pretends to be pregnant, but her friends don't know that she's not. So that
No,
she's
well,
pretending.
Half her friends know that she's not pregnant. The other half think she's pregnant. And then they both meet at a party, and she's like, "Oh, I have to be pregnant and non-pregnant at the same time." Wow.
Whoa! But that happens in the last 10 minutes. It actually isn't a problem for the entire movie.
Yeah.
And also Will Forte is in this movie, and he's got to get out of this movie, man. He is the only entertaining thing, and he wasn't even that funny. There was
He
one
does drive a Zamboni. He's cool.
that's pretty cool. There are two good jokes. One of them is child pregnancy, and
yeah, that was a really good joke.
so it's off the rails. Off the rails funny in that one scene. Terrible movie. I would not wish anyone to watch this movie.
I gotta go put my
But-
soup downstairs.
Okay. Don't watch Kinda Pregnant. Maybe don't watch any Amy Schumer movie. They're never really that good.
Yeah,
Ever.
no, we're suffering through all these 2025 movies, so you don't have to.
Yeah, just wait until we watch Bridget Jones 4.
Mad About the Boy? I heard that's actually kind of good. Maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Well,
Well, we haven't seen the other
we've never
three,
seen
so-
any of them, so
So when we
these
get there,
extra
it'll be
great
fun.
feeling.
Yeah.
But,
So that's a bad movie.
Exciting. Does Amy Schumer... I'm not the most familiar with Amy Schumer. I know she always gets a lot of flack for being
For
like...
being not funny.
for being not funny in a woman. But I assume that extends to kind of pregnant, or what is it
Yes.
called? Unpregnant?
It's
Kinda
kind of
pregnant.
pregnant.
Okay. There's a movie called
She pretends to be
Unpregnant.
pregnant. I don't know what that.
I don't know what happened to Aiden right there. He's gone. But it's time for me to maybe talk about a movie I watched.
Mm.
And that's, what was it? Yeah. I recently watched I went instead of class today for my fiction film theory class, we went down to the local cinema and we watched a movie instead. And it's I don't want to talk about the movie too long, but it's a pretty good movie. It's a 2024 movie actually. It's called the Legend of the Vagabond Queen of Lagos. It's a Nigerian film about displacement. It's kind of a social thriller. It's a pretty interesting movie. It's based on a true story type of movie. It's like about a mom and there's a group of people trying to take over like sort of land because like this community they were displaced out, and like it's based off a true thing where 30,000 people were displaced. That's pretty interesting. It's kind of a very complex movie, so it's kind of hard for me to decipher the themes without knowing the full history. But it was cool. I think it's always nice when you can watch a movie instead of having class.
Yeah,
And this was a
although most
2025 movie.
It's 2024, but it's very selected release because it's part of a festival called a local
Always
festival.
annoying.
A local festival here. It was shown for it's like the Finger Lakes Environmental Film Festival, so pretty exciting.
Okay.
And
Very
they had Invincible at the Environmental Film Festival.
Yeah, they had Invincible. No, but pretty exciting. Beck, I have a question.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say my class also yesterday did a really cool thing where we had this guy named Ron Diamond, and he showed
It's
up.
like a fucking Beck character. You know that?
Ron Diamond.
It does.
Robin Steele.
So he shows up and he runs something called the Animation Show of Shows. It's been going for like 23 years, and it's basically like he went around to a ton of different colleges in the area and he played like 13 different animated short films, and he played a lot of really good ones. I'm just gonna go over like a couple that I thought were cool. There was one that was randomly weird because it started live action. You were like, why is this being shown in the animated film festival? And
I
then
would be
it turns
confused as
out
well.
it's about this insane roller coaster design madman who invents like the most like torturous roller coaster devices, and all of them are made like using like CGI.
Is
So you'll
the
see
guy
like
that
a
made
Ferris
the
wheel that
Sushi
like
coaster?
goes infinitely into the sky and takes 14 hours to go through. Or, like these like
Oh, wow.
insane like random roller coaster inventions you would like never see in reality that could like quite literally kill a person. That was cool. There was one called Santa the Fascist Years, where Santa basically becomes a Nazi. That one was really funny. And then there was another really sad one where it was like these two people were on a call breaking up, and basically over the audio of the call we had a video of like these two like samurai fighting, and it's like basically like this is the relationship, and it was like a really cool visualization of that. But
That's cool.
overall, I liked a lot of the films. I definitely want to make like a ranking list and recommend a couple of them.
Are they all in Letterboxd?
They are. Although it was weird because it was like 13 films and I couldn't find like a good full list of all of them, so it's incomplete right now.
So you have to make the
Fair
list.
side.
Yeah, I have to make the list.
That's really cool. I recently rewatched Zootopia. I forgot how good that movie is. Just very classic, good sort of peak Disney movie.
I don't know. The twist villain's kind of bad.
I like the twist villain enough. I think it makes
I
sense.
don't think the twist villain like is too important to the plot. Where like even if it's bad, doesn't
it's more
really
about
take away
animal
anything from it.
racism and classism, Nicola, and the
Yeah,
animal
My
world.
bad.
So, but speaking of Zootopia,
Wait, Nicola was like, "Wait, that's a problem? No. Everyone's fine. This is how it's meant to be."
speaking of
Predators are
Zootopia,
predators. The lion.
Nicola, are you
anything.
sucking on a fucking egg? What the fuck? What are you
Called a
sucking on?
Jawbreaker.
actually.
it's a jawbreaker. He said he had never had one before, so I got him one.
Like at the beach,
Uh-huh.
they
At the
sell
boardwalk.
those still.
Nicola,
Yeah.
why not breaking your jaw? You're
Oh, my bad. It didn't work.
I wouldn't think so.
yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Speaking of Zootopia, did we saw the new look at Zootopia 2,
Yeah.
Yeah,
where Judy and Nick are in therapy for
I
some
don't
interesting.
reason.
like. I
Are they
don't like
dating?
the new designs. They're definitely not dating.
They're definitely dating.
They're
I think they're
definitely
going
not
with,
dating.
I think they're going with the abortion route.
I don't know. I think they'd go interracial marriage route. I think.
Yeah, no, they definitely will.
Yeah, because Predator and Bunny.
I don't know if Disney's like up to be that brave now. You know.
Yeah, no, they're just gonna randomly just like try to cut out as much of the like abortion plotline as they can. I did see that like this is like very much projected to be the highest grossing film of the year, so
Zootopia?
we'll
Well, it's
definitely
next year.
No, isn't it this year?
Next year.
It's definitely not going to be this year. It'd have to be next
It's
year.
November 26, 2025.
Is it 2025?
Oh,
okay.
is it 2025?
Yeah.
Oh. Pretty frightening, actually, then.
No, but it looks like I think it looks fine. It looks a bit different animation, right?
I mean,
Or
I think
is-
that's just because it looks a little bit
Probably,
newer.
that's also, yeah.
Yeah, because it's coming out like
Animation
10
evolves
years
over
after the
time.
first.
I mean, but the first one's just a
And
really
that's crazy.
the first one's just a classic sort of Disney movie.
Wait,
It's like
Zootopia
really good.
1 came out 10 years ago?
2015.
Insane.
Yeah, that's like most
Bro, I
Nicola's
can't when I
life.
was in elementary school. Why is Nicola freaking out like, wow, I'm so old?
I'm not. I'm just surprised it came out when I
Well,
was in
Nicola will
elementary
be.
school.
This is kind of old for Nicola's age. He's gonna die in the next 5 years. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it is true.
definitely.
I'm the oldest one here.
April 28th, 2030. Look both ways, Nicola.
Thank you back.
Look both ways.
no, but speaking of, should we get into it? Speaking of things that are
Speaking about transitioning, I watched
I have
Conclave.
singles.
yeah.
Speaking
Okay,
about
Nic-
transitioning, I
Nicola,
watched
do
Conclave.
your singles. Talk
So
talk
speaking-
about Pope murder movie.
Speaking about transitioning, I watched Conclave.
Nicola, do you
Is
want to
there
go
a
in order?
trans plot line in that movie?
Nicola, because
Speaking of
there's
transitioning,
like
I'm gonna talk about I saw TV glow.
Not exactly trans. It's what is it called when somebody is both genders?
Non-binary?
Bigender?
not
Bigender?
that.
Gender
Not that.
fluid?
No, it's like
Bigender?
you're born with both intersex.
Oh, intersex.
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah, I can't say that.
can't
Can't
say
do
that
that
one.
one.
So basically, the plot of the movie is that the Pope has died. It was not murder.
Just like nowadays?
The
We're
Yeah,
Pope
not
just like
is
real life.
dying. So the cardinals all have to elect the new pope, but the
like the
issue is
baseball team.
sure, but the issue is the plate they're all split because there's a faction that says the pope needs to go back to the roots. It needs to be an Italian pope, and they're also like the very conservative. They're like gay sex is bad, gays belong in jail, blah 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 blah. Then
Classic.
on the other side is like the more liberal popes that are like the church should be progressive, we should be inclusive, we need to involve everybody. The pope that sat before us was progressive, so we must have another progressive pope. So I basically said that like if the conservative faction gets power, it'll set the church back like 80 years or something like that. And
Yeah, because popes live for a long time.
because popes serve for as long as they live. Because technically they can
Yeah.
advocate, but they never do because why would they?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a bunch of drama that's going on because like they have to lock down and they have to like because they have to be completely secluded from outside information so that they don't know anything,
Mm-hmm.
and they're working together. And like the person we're following is basically the I don't know what it's called. I think it's called literally the dean, and he is like basically he's like was second in command with the pope, and he has to basically arrange everything. So he had to like arrange like the lockdown, deal with like getting the food and everything, and like so it's all the drama, and he has to get everything organized. And we see some drama, like for example, one of the things that happens is a pope shows up who nobody has ever heard of. I mean, a cardinal shows up that nobody ever hears of, nobody has heard of, and he says he's from the Kabul, from Afghanistan, Kabul, and he looks over the paperwork and he says, okay, he is legit. He was used through some secret method that was like basically means he's made a cardinal in secret, and he was made in secret because Catholicism and like Christianity is so prosecuted in Afghanistan, so that's why they made him secret, so that he wouldn't get killed. And they're having like talking, and there's the one person on the liberal side and we find out also that like there's a bunch of drama that goes on with the pope. Apparently like one of the cardinals he dismissed, and then the same day he died, the pope died. And then
So it
and
is.
that cardinal, and there was like a bunch of stuff, like there was this really popular cardinal from Africa, but then the cardinal that got dismissed by the pope, he brought in a woman that he had sexual relations with like in the far past to there, so that he would see that, and so that the rumors would begin, so that he couldn't be pope, because you have to be celibate to be a pope. But so he basically ruined his chances, but then eventually all his information came to air, so he also lost the opportunity to be pope. And then the person who was on like the liberal side, basically the front of the liberal side, didn't get enough support, so basically they shifted to the dean, basically the guy we're following the entire movie. But we know from the beginning actually that he did not even want to stay in the church. He wanted to leave the church. He says he ended in bad terms with the pope because he asked the pope if he could leave, and the pope didn't let him. So he had to organize all of that, and then eventually he finally says, you know what, I guess I do have to be pope. So he also runs. But eventually, the climax of the movie is that they all is that the conservative, what happens is there's a car bomb outside while they're voting. So car bomb goes off, cardinals get injured, some of the cardinals get injured. And not even just that, apparently like there's a bunch of terrorist attacks against the church all around the world, around like different like major cities that the churches are set up at. And they're like, oh, and then like one of the people says, you see, this is what happens when we let the liberal pope. Nothing. The church has lost. Like that's what the conservative side is saying. Is like we had a liberal pope, and now the church has lost power. People don't believe in the church. We're having bombs outside our doors. Blah blah blah. This is a full on war. And then the church, the cardinal from Afghanistan shows up and says, "What do you know about war?" I've seen foremost, and he gives like a really good speech about it. And the next day he ends up winning and he becomes pope. But the whole time there was like some investigation from the dean into him, because there was like some stuff that was inconsistent with his record, until they find out he went to a clinic because he was intersex, or I don't know. They identify as a he. So because he was intersex. And
Really? Wow.
yeah. and he went to the clinic. He was sent to the clinic because because he would have the option to remove his ovaries, but he chose not to do it because his logic was basically God made me this way, so I wouldn't want to change the way God made me.
Right, because the movie's about God, because of popes and priests and
And
whatnot.
in the beginning of the movie, because the way the process works to electing a pope, it begins with the dean giving a speech basically, and usually they're not supposed to like say anything controversial, but in this case, he gave a really I forgot what the speech is. I mean, you guys should watch this movie. It was a really good movie. I think it deserved the Oscar.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
And he gives a really good speech about like, oh, we should elect a pope who sins. We should elect one who has done wrong in the past, but then has moved on and asked for forgiveness.
Pretty good
because
message.
Only then, and then basically the intersex guy said, I like resonate with what you said because I have been like living with sin, but I still have to live through it, and I understand this burden. And so the movie ends with, we actually don't really see how it ends, but the movie ends kind of ambiguously with the dean going one of the Pope's turtles, saving him, and then looking down and seeing a couple of the what's her name?
The turtles
the
intersex.
nuns. A couple of
No.
the nuns like run out happily into the city, and that's how it ends. It was really good. I really liked it. I think it deserved the Oscar one. It was a really good movie.
It was
I liked
adapted
it.
screenplay, right? I heard the
Adapted
book's
screenplay, yeah.
terrible, and the movie does it really much better.
Yeah, I think so. That's why my review was like, I can't believe they made a good drama out of a book. Because
Yeah.
the movie was really good. I really liked it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I'm honestly thinking back now, I honestly might bump it to 5 stars. I really liked it. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
If we ever do one of those 4 movie watching all again, I think that would be the movie I elected for you guys to all watch.
I think we do want to do another one over the summer, right?
I would like to, yeah.
It was a great.
I'm
yeah.
probably gonna choose that
I
movie
heard-
then because
I heard
think
it was
it's a
really good.
movie.
And like Ray Fiennes, like before like Adrian Brody came out, he was like projected to like win Best Actor at the
Yeah,
Oscars.
and I can 100% see why. In fact, I thought he was gonna win it until the bigger heavy hitters came out because the movie, I don't know, the acting is phenomenal, the story is great, it's a really good drama because I mean the entire movie is people just talking and walking around, but it's still so interesting, and like the drama as it builds and climaxes, it's so good. I really liked it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I really see it, but I've heard, now that I hear it, it sounds like a really good sort of movie, sort of like it's like a very sort of like interpersonal type of drama movie, and I always really like those ones because like if you just make drama out of just like talking, I think that's like really well done.
That's why I really like 12 Angry Men, just like even like as a concept, because the film is literally just 12 people talking in a room and it's actually interesting.
I
Like
love
that's
12 Angry
insanely
Men.
impressive.
So I mean, classically good movie.
So actually, I have a lot of singles because
Yeah,
for
do you want to
example,
get your singles done?
Conclave?
Yeah.
Conclave was one of my singles. I watched it on a plane because I've been flying a lot, so I've been watching a lot of movies on planes. So I got quite a few. In fact, because I also have like an additional week, I can go all the way back to we already talked about Mickey 17. I think it was oh yeah,
Gump.
yeah. But technically, I can also mention I did finish all of Dexter, all spin-off shows, all seasons. So when Dexter
Wow.
Resurrection comes out, definitely going to be covering that.
And it isn't like the ending of Dexter terrible.
Ending of New Blood was kind of bad. Ending of the original show also really bad. Original Sin though,
How many
ending is pretty
fucking
good.
shows are there?
There's
I mean,
the
that
original show.
one's a prequel, right? So the ending
that's the
is just
prequel.
like the ending doesn't really matter.
Exactly, and they're also going to make a sequel of that. They're going to make a season 2 of that prequel show.
And they're gonna make it. What's Resurrections about then?
Resurrection is basically season 9. It's like a sequel.
Then what was
That's
New
the
Blood?
prequel series.
So the
New
ending
Blood
of
was-
season 8 is that Dexter is basically like everybody around me dies. So he sails into a hurricane and it's left ambiguous if he dies, but then we're literally shown that he's like in New Jersey or like Alaska or something. I don't
And
know.
that's
He's
New
like,
Blood?
he became a lumberjack. And
that's
then New Blood begins, and we see that he's now in upstate New York in some random town. I think that the first episode literally begins with him screwing his girlfriend, with him having sex with his girlfriend in his car.
these girls cannot stop going for this like
He's
serial killer
so good,
autistic
man.
guy.
I don't know why he got that riz, but they love him. But the thing is, that girl is also the police chief of that small town he's living in. And basically, the story of New Blood is that he's in this new town, and all of a sudden, his son, his original son Harrison from the original show, which he like left with Hannah in Argentina by the end of the show, met with him, has came back to find him because apparently Hannah died of cancer. And basically a lot of the season is basically just like the conflict between Dexter and Harrison, because Harrison feels abandoned because Dexter literally abandoned him. He literally left.
Yeah, he went. He said, "I'm going to the hurricane."
Yeah, basically. The last words he said to Cody was I want you to know that I really, really love you. Always remember that. And then he hanged up and drove into a hurricane.
Oh.
I mean, he probably just saw Twisters and was like, "I'm gonna do that shit."
Speaking of Twisters,
I'm not transitioning. to that
What
yet.
is the Twisters transition?
Nicola,
I
he
did
watched
watch
Twisters?
I did watch
Nicola watched
Twisters.
Twisters. Beck, were you not
Oh.
saying that up?
Oh no, I was not
No,
setting that
man.
up.
Bro just loves
Oh my.
Twisters.
I just fucking love Can't Take the
But
Fall Out
anyway,
of Oklahoma.
Dexter's New
movie.
Blood. I did like Dexter's New Blood quite a bit. It was actually not bad at all. The ending of New Blood is kind of bad. He just gets shot by the police officer because they find out he's the Bay Harbor Butcher.
How does everybody find
I
out he's
thought
the Bay
Dokes
Harbor
was the
Butcher?
Bay Harbor Butcher.
Why does he
I
just
thought so.
stop killing?
Dokes is the Bay Harbor Butcher, but apparently somehow the police chief figured out that he was actually the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he got shot. Actually, he didn't even get shot. He got shot by Harrison. Harrison shot him. Because there's a big conflict because the issue with the endings is that all the characters always feel so out of character by the ending of the shows. I don't know why. Season 8, all the characters in Dexter just did not feel like themselves. They felt like they were written by different people.
they forgot how to write a Dexter.
The ending of New Blood, Dexter is not acting like Dexter. Like he kills a police officer who did not fit the code. So Dexter would not have done that.
Maybe it
a bunch
shows.
of stuff.
Isn't that like a character arc to change from?
Not really though, because it doesn't make sense for his character arc. His character arc over the original show, basically season 8 was basically going to end with him basically accepting that, you know what, was basically him finally overcoming his dark passenger and basically being able to say, I don't have to kill anymore. Because it was almost there. And then the killer killed his sister. So then he was like, nah, I'm gonna kill myself in a hurricane. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense.
This guy
That's why it
really
doesn't
loves
work.
killing himself in hurricanes.
It seems like the writers of Dexter are trying to continue the story.
It's because
Dexter
the
without
original writer.
understanding.
It's because the original writers of like the first of the good season basically dropped off after season like 5, and that's why it gets so much worse from there.
I mean, that's just a symptom.
And
of
that's
a
why I
bad-
think
a
Original
bad
Sin
show.
does. I think Original Sin does have those original writers, and Resurrections I know does. I know for certain Original Sin and Resurrection will have that stuff. And because we see in New Blood actually begins. Original Sin begins basically at where New Blood ended, with him in the cop car, bleeding out in the back of the cop car while he's getting taken, and then he gets defibrillated in the hospital. And basically, all of Original Sin is basically his life flashing before his eyes. And that's why we're seeing it again.
Dexter is. How is this guy just not dead yet? I don't understand.
I don't know. Michael C. Hall, who plays Dexter, basically said that if Dexter is, this was a direct quote, I think. He said, if Dexter is going to die, the way he would die is he wouldn't die by the electric chair. He would go to court. He would somehow win his court case. He would walk out into a street and get hit by a car. That's what Michael C. Hall said. That's how Dexter's going to die.
That's how he probably should die at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay. But now we can
How
get to,
does
like,
this guy not get tired of playing Dexter at this point?
Michael C. Hall loves playing Dexter.
He is just
That's like-
Dexter.
that's
He's not
his most-
playing him. He is
Honestly,
just.
if you've seen Michael C. Hall acts less human in real life than Dexter does. I'm not even kidding. I don't know why. Dexter has
so-
a really hard time playing Michael C. Hall.
Yeah,
Michael
I guess
Shaw.
so.
Okay, but anyway, that was a show. I'm gonna get to like the proper singles I've been watching on. I've been watching on the plane. So let's start with Forrest Gump. Finally watched Forrest Gump because I've never actually watched it. I know it's a
You
good
never
one.
watched Forrest Gump?
I never actually did watch Forrest Gump, so this was my first time watching it. But it's like
Wow.
you know what Forrest Gump is because like everybody, it's like so
Yeah.
ingrained in everything.
Robert Zemeckis movie.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
It's like one
You
of
never
5
know what you're gonna
movies
get.
that he made that has Tom Hanks in it. Bro cannot get enough of Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
We have jorking the Tom
Well-
Hanks juice.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a classic for a reason. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just like so many
great
great
story.
moments in
It's such
Forrest
a,
Gump.
it's such a great story. It's so many great moments. I love the whole like how he's literally done like everything. That's
Yeah,
like that's so funny. That actually happened to my uncle once.
bro. Everything.
Yeah, it's actually a documentary about my mom. I was watching it on the plane next to my mom, and my mom like started watching it like halfway through with me, and I kept telling her, this is actually just a documentary about Tom Hanks. This was his childhood growing up.
Wow.
Yeah. But it
Anyway.
has the great ending where it's like, he knows like throughout the entire movie you think that he's like he doesn't know how people kind of think of him, but he realizes when he says to his like, he talks about his son, is he like me? Because he knows what people actually think about him. And that's such a heartbreaking moment.
Yeah.
And such a great ending. Yeah, good
Talking
movie.
about another movie with the character.
Oh, wait.
who plays
Wait. Have you? Wait. Pause. Have you guys ever been to Bubba Gump's?
I have.
I have not.
I actually, when I was in, I think I was in New Jersey. There was a Bubba. No, it was. It was when I was
No,
in
there's
Orlando.
no way they have a Bubba Gump's in New
No,
Jersey.
it was when I was in Orlando. I think when I was at Disney World,
Back.
there was a Bubba Gump
Back-
there. Maybe.
You haven't seen Forrest Gump, have you?
I have not.
I knew he didn't.
Hell no.
You didn't even understand reference for Bubba Gump.
I did
Yeah,
not.
but Nicola, I think there's there's one in they're all in California. I don't.
I saw Bubba Gump
there's
somewhere.
no, there is some in Florida. There are some in Florida.
Okay, now I
Yeah.
did see it in Florida then.
Yeah,
Isn't
Yeah,
it's like I
interesting-
mean, it's a fun restaurant. Like there's no like themed restaurants though. It's like a very it's
no,
like very
I know where I
themed
saw it.
around
I
the
saw it in
movie.
New York. I don't know why. I
Mm,
saw it in New York. There was a Bubba Gump
Oh.
restaurant in New York.
Yeah,
in
but
New York
I
City.
think they're fun. Like I think just conceptually it's like a fun restaurant.
what I don't remember. What's the theme? Is it just like the sea?
Bubba Gump.
No,
Bubba
it's like Forrest Gump
Oh.
theming, because the character Bubba like has like the shrimp thing,
Right.
and it's
I
like themed around him and Forrest.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a-
Do they just play Forrest Gump on like one of the TVs? That would
No.
be cool. If they
But
always
like
played it.
that's what it is. It's a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. It's just like a theme. It's like a Forrest Gump themed restaurant. It's really funny. Like and like I don't know why they exist. But I like it. Actually, I like it a lot. Like
I
conceptually,
thought they
there should be
existed.
more.
I thought they existed beforehand, and the movie
No.
just made a thing of that's
No.
how he existed. Oh,
No, they're themed around the restaurant, or themed around the movie. I mean,
yeah. What else did you watch, Nicola?
All right. I'm just gonna go in order. Next I watched Gladiator 2.
Okay,
as
so
somebody who
me
has
and
never watched Gladiator 1,
yeah.
which was
Yo,
was
mean.
still pretty good.
same.
Yeah,
it was still pretty good.
I said in the theater after we watched it, it seems like a movie you and I would like more than Aiden and Beck because
Yeah,
you
and I
like.
did like it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it though.
It was a good
I
movie.
did not enjoy it.
Definitely. I mean, like I know some of the stuff that happens in Gladiator 1, but not really enough. So some of the stuff was still kind of confusing.
If you watch Gladiator 1, it's so obvious. Like, I think even watching Gladiator 2, it's so obvious that he's like the guy's son almost immediately.
Because otherwise, it's like, why are we following this guy?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they give it away in the trailers for Gladiator
Yeah.
2.
Well, I don't really have a lot
Um,
to say about that because you guys already talked about it, and it's like
Yeah.
I liked it. That's about it. Next thing I watched, Tropic Thunder again. Finally, I watched it again.
Ben
Another movie that's
Stiller?
in, yeah, another movie that's really been in pop culture, and
Yeah.
I finally got around to actually watching it.
Say the quote about you don't go full what?
Full Metal Jacket.
No, you don't go full.
I can't say that word. I think you can say that word. You're allowed to say that word.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
If he's allowed
I
to
think
say that
Beck
word.
is-
Tom
say the
Hanks
word.
can say that word. I think. Forrest Gump.
I
would say
do.
it.
I started Tropic Thunder. I really liked it. I want to finish it. I want to. Like fully watch the
It's a
entire
fun movie. You forget like Ben Stiller is such like a genius because he can do something like Severance and also Tropic Thunder. Like he can direct both things and act in like Tropic Thunder is like the lead. He's very good. Ben Stiller, very classic sort of actor, I think.
Blue Steel.
Yeah. Anything else?
I
Nicola?
have to skip Minecraft movie because that's a group film.
Uh-huh.
Then I have a lot of stuff already. There's like I don't know what you're saying. Is there anything else? I have a lot of stuff to watch. I
Nicola,
see
just
that.
do the most important ones.
He has 5
I
more
see that
things.
shit. I see that shit in your hands, Uri.
Yeah.
It goes with my TNT. Okay. I watched Better Man. Better Man was
Betterman.
where was
'Cause you started it and then you
I
finished
started it. I didn't finish it in time. I watched like the first hour. No, I watched the first 31 minutes exactly. And I gotta finish the rest of it on the plane. Yeah, literally the only thing that saved the movie, I think, was the third act monkey free for all.
You gave
For
it
me.
4 stars. What do you mean? That's the
I
only
don't
thing that
get
saves
this.
the movie.
Yeah.
What
That's
do you
what
mean
saved
saves
the
the
What's
movie?
your
You didn't
rating
finish the
system?
movie. You didn't finish the
It
movie.
was-
How do you know it saved the movie?
Because it was like 3 stars beforehand, and then it became 4 stars after the monkey fight.
Is your
And you
rating
still
system
think-
like as it gets better, like as you
My
watch the
rating
movie,
system is
as
off of
things
vibe.
happen, it like
After I finish the movie, I'm like, oh, this is a 4-star movie, and then I give it 4 stars.
Okay, but did you like it?
It was 4-star movie to me.
No,
I felt
that's
like
not-
4 stars.
ambiguous.
Did you like the
Okay.
movie?
Because he gives 3.5 stars a like. He gives 4 stars a like. Then he gives Better Man 4 stars and doesn't give it a like. It does not make sense to me.
Okay, Despicable Me 4. Very generic kids movie.
Yeah.
I watched it because there was 90 minutes left on my flight, and the movie was exactly 90 minutes long. So, nothing to be said there.
Nicola,
then I
you're the
watched-
type of guy in an airport to yell at the security gate. I assume you yell fire and bomb.
Yeah, it makes the
Hey,
plane fly
We,
faster.
we did want him. We did call him on the plane and be like, Nicola, please yell bomb right now.
I do remember that.
You do remember that he was there.
I want to talk about Twisters first. I watched Twisters. Glenn Powell plays the exact same character he plays in everything.
Wait, Nicola, were you not there for when we watched
No.
Twisters?
I was
he was
not. I
not.
did not watch that with you guys. I never.
was that
watched
Bro
during
did not
summer
take
arc?
the home out of Oklahoma.
This was my first watch through.
Wow, yeah, bro cannot. Bro took the home out of Oklahoma.
I found it. I knew it was going to be a good movie when basically every single character we got introduced to in the beginning died.
Yep.
I
True.
saw them all get sucked into a tornado, and I was like, yeah, this shit gonna be good. And then basically nobody else that's like mattered died. So
Well,
then
yeah,
I
that's
was
just
quite
that's the
disappointed.
backstory. You know.
So yeah. So I mean, it was an okay movie. It was, I mean, I gave
It's
it
a
3
movie
stars.
where a twister is a villain, Nicola. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. Now, finally, another movie I really liked because made by the GOAT, Nosferatu. Watched this next to my mom on a plane. Apparently, on planes, they do blur the nudity.
That's fucked up.
So there was no full ass and there was no full tits, unfortunately. Okay, I already just died.
There were never full tits in the movie.
Well,
It
no,
was
there
only
was,
full dong.
there was a nipple. That was also, the dong was also blurred out, unfortunately.
Bro, this is
So I
the
couldn't
death
get,
of cinema.
I couldn't get the full experience.
Terrible.
But just like everything else this director made, it's fantastic. I really liked it. Great story. I love the ending. I love how it's like a full chronicle. And it was really good. I gave it 4 stars. Same thing I gave The Lighthouse, but it's like a higher 4 stars than The Lighthouse, but they're both 4 stars, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, I think no matter if you like his movies or not, you can tell at least he has an amazing style, and like he definitely puts a lot of effort and like
His
into
style
original.
is freakiness, and I love it.
Like yeah, it's a very his style is vibes based at the core. And it's like
And that's
I'm
how I
very-
am.
I'm very excited to see what he does with the Labyrinth sequel.
Right.
I'm excited to see that.
it's gonna be some dark gothic shit, definitely.
It'll be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. What else, Nicola?
That's all my singles.
Damn.
Yeah, my singles time.
Sure.
Heck, I'm only
I
giving you
have,
3
like-
singles.
I literally only have like 2.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Um,
very many.
I watched a movie called The Lifeless because it was 2025.
I've heard
and
about The
competition.
Lifeless. I've heard it's terrible.
It is a generic rom-com that is on a streaming service.
Wow. So you
fun-
loved
The
it.
funniest thing that happened in the movie was so there's this lawyer guy who's executing the main girl's mom's will, and they're like bonding, they're becoming friends. The guy's in a loving relationship with his girlfriend, like they fucking love each other. Randomly, the girlfriend and the main girl and the guy, they all go on like a road trip together. The main girl and the guy sing one song together, and then the girlfriend and the guy break up because their connection is too strong.
No.
This
What
is a
the
Hallmark
fuck does
movie.
that
The
mean?
guy
sounds like a
does
Hallmark
not
movie.
tell the main girl that he broke up with his girlfriend. And they have sex. So the girl thinks that that the guy's cheating on his girlfriend with her, and she does nothing. But the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we broke up the morning." I'm like, "What the? You didn't tell me that before I had sex with you?" So that was weird. And then she also texts and drives at the end of the movie and crashes into a car.
That's
Oh, that's
really
good.
funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more than a Hallmark movie because those things would not happen in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, basically, her mom's like, "You fucking suck. You need to lock in on this random list you made when you were 13 of the stuff you want to do." And then she has to go do it. So she like becomes a teacher and she fucking finds true love, and then she fucking does more shit.
I think it's
so
a little
cool.
bit harder to find true love than that.
It's a very generic movie. Yeah. Next
Yeah, it
thing
sounds
I
like-
watched. Uri, did you ever have to watch The Bakery Girl of Monceau?
No.
What the fuck is
Okay.
that?
Fucking random media history movie. The one thing about this film,
Film
It's okay.
majors, am I right?
it's again about this guy who's like, he's randomly passes this woman on the sidewalk every day on his walk home. He's like, you know, we should go out with each other. He's like, okay, ask me the next time you see me. And then she disappears for 3 weeks. So
Right.
this guy, he has this brilliant plan.
Guy has
Brilliant
negative
plan.
riz.
He is gonna not eat lunch for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, that's what I do.
And he's only gonna buy a cookie from this French bakery. So every day for lunch, he goes in, he buys one singular sugar cookie from this bakery, eats the cookie, and then throws the wrapper into the middle of the street. Just litter
Pavlov
every
himself.
single day. And then he eventually starts flirting with the bakery girl, like in the title of the movie. And so he asks the bakery girl on a date, and right as he's done asking the bakery girl on the date, the girl from the beginning comes and is like, "Hey, I broke my leg, but I saw you walking around and trying to see me. Do you want to go on a date tonight?" And he's like,
Damn.
"Wait, I have 2 dates tonight?"
In fact, please don't
That's
tell me they do
creepy.
this. Don't tell me you do the thing where you're trying to do both dates at the same time.
It's
Don't
No,
tell me.
he just
double
fucking
date.
dismisses the
Doubtfire.
bakery girl without telling her anything.
What?
Bo's an
Um,
asshole. What the
yeah.
hell?
Oh.
What
Yeah,
did he do
so
back?
he somehow cheated on both of the girls. But
That's great.
you know, yeah.
What is this? The Notebook?
So he cheated on 2 girls and littered like a ton. So great guy. Last thing I watched,
Wait, how
Uri,
how does
watched
it end? How does it
That's
end?
it. That's the end of the movie. He just
Does he
goes on the
stay with
date
both
with the
of
girl.
them?
No, he just goes on the date with the girl that from with the first girl and never talks to the second girl again.
That's good.
That's one movie
Yeah.
should end.
But Uri, this is a film you know.
Beck, wait.
Latin
Beck,
girl-
you missed. Beck, hold on. Wait, you missed one. What is
Did I?
America the Motion Picture?
Oh, did I not talk about that last week?
No.
We
Okay.
didn't have fun
so-
last week.
Oh no, okay. Sorry. I didn't realize the dates. America the Motion Picture.
Yeah.
I just saw this and I'm like, I love the Revolutionary War. This is great.
so
and now
true.
the movie starts with George Washington and Abraham Lincoln at a show, and then Benedict Arnold shoots Abraham Lincoln in the head. George Washington then pulls out his famous hand chainsaws and tries to
Right.
kill Benedict Arnold, but Benedict Arnold gets away, and then
Wait,
Abraham
I know
Lincoln's
exactly.
dying
I've seen
breath.
the clip of this one. This is the
Yeah.
one with the Chainsaw Man reference.
Yeah. And then in Abraham Lincoln's dying breath, he tells George Washington, name this country
Name 3
America.
countries.
And then it's basically George Washington brings together a group of famous people from American history. We got Paul Revere, we got Sam Adams, we got Thomas Edison, who is an Asian girl. And then yeah, that's it. Cool. No, we have a guy named Blacksmith.
Right.
Because he's a black guy who does smithing. So there's that guy.
Okay.
What's the name of the other guy? They have a random Native American guy. He had a cool name, Geronimo. Yeah, he loses a hand. It's really cool. So basically, it's just this comedy that this randomly throws together every American reference you can. They play Freebird during the final battle. It's great.
Because I'm free.
That's the most American song that I could think of.
Yeah, and they arm every single person with an AR-15. It's great. And then they win against the British. It's definitely like just random balls on the walls comedy, but I enjoyed it.
I'm
Okay.
starting to reach the yellow part.
Uri, now time for the film you know.
What film do I know?
Black Girl.
Black Girl?
Black Girl.
You watch Black Girl? I like Black Girl.
I did not like Black Girl.
Well, you know, what
He's
So maybe
racist.
don't
He's
just say
racist.
that. Maybe
He's
don't just say
racist.
it like that.
Beck, that's gonna be a terrible clip.
Yeah.
It's gonna be such a good clip. Wait, Beck. Wait, this is gonna be a really funny clip. So basically, just like edit this out, like cut my audio and edit like me, edit an AI voice, basically saying like a bunch of really good stuff, like saying like I'm complimenting Beck Lyons. Beck, you are a fucking idiot. You are racist. You are anti-Semitic. You are an asshole. Fuck you. You insignificant piece of shit. I fucking hate you. You should stop wearing blue and you should try wearing orange. And also fix that yee ass haircut and maybe get some bitches on your dick.
Why are you
I can't
so
say the
mean?
last word. Okay, and then
Bro
cut my
doesn't
audio
know
for that
about
part and put the
emojis,
AI
etc.
voice over it. Okay.
So guys,
No.
Black
Okay,
Girl.
so Black Girl.
It's about a black
now,
girl.
So this in like the context of it is in my media history class we're doing the French New Wave, and I had to do
Yeah.
a presentation about the French New Wave. Guys, I don't fuck with the French New Wave.
I fuck with the French New Wave.
I don't fuck with the French New
Very
Wave.
fucks with the French
Um,
New Wave.
The two films that I've seen from the French New Wave are Cleo 5 to 7 and Black Girl. And I
I
feel
don't like
both
Cleo,
of
but I
them-
like Black Girl. I thought it was Black
Both
Girl.
of
if
them
these
have,
movies
like-
were, if these movies
Oh.
were animated, Beck would love them.
Yeah.
Okay, the problem I have with both of them is they're just so insanely slow. Like, I can literally tell you like the entire plot of Black Girl in 3 sentences.
Oh yeah,
uh,
do it.
Black Girl goes to France.
What's her name?
Uh,
Can't just say that.
Duana.
it is Duana.
Okay.
So Black Girl goes
That
to
girl
France.
named Duana goes to France.
And wife is mean in France. Black girl kills herself.
Ah,
And
Wow.
then
that's how you know it's a French film.
That's the movie.
they return back to her place.
And then they
but-
return the mask.
That's
yeah.
4 sentences. Beck,
It's
you watch.
about colonialism. If you didn't fucking
I
understand.
get that
it.
it's about colonialism,
Beck
but
is
I'm just
racist.
saying it took an hour to not really say a ton. Like
Beck,
I
did
feel
you
like
it
you
says
could
a
have
lot.
trimmed down a lot of it.
Beck, did you watch Am I Racist?
I did.
And
I
you
think
didn't
he
take
found
a-
out that
you
he
didn't-
was
you
racist.
didn't figure it out.
Like you're not you because did they give you like the cultural context of like how this movie
They
was
did.
made? And all
Okay, they did after I watched it, okay? But like, yeah, I mean, it's again a lot of these films where it's like when you watch it, it's like, this was kind of boring, but then they explained to you, oh, these are like the themes, and they're like all this. I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I like it a bit more. But again, I just thought it was pretty slow. Not a lot happening. It was like also just like a ton of like just monologuing or just silence.
Bro's
for
gonna
most
hate
of the
Conclave.
film.
Bro's gonna hate Conclave.
Like, I'm sorry you think you don't like slow burns.
I don't.
You think
He needs a big explosion.
He needs the Marvel big
animation.
explosions. Do you like it when Deadpool and Wolverine come in? Is that what you want? Is that what you
You
want?
like
I did like Deadpool and
Do
Wolverine.
you like the 18 hours of Jack breathing?
Hugh Jackman.
You
Yeah.
Jackman?
So that was Black Girl.
Do you like it when Jack Black says chicken jockey? Do you like that?
Dick and Jackie.
I actually did like that. Unfortunately, our
Jockey.
theater
Well,
was
we'll get
not
back.
able
I
to,
wanted to upload the clip. The audience, that was the biggest reaction from the audience in my
Of
theater.
course it is. Did you know somebody actually threw a Molotov cocktail in a theater?
Did you
That's
know
not
someone
right.
brought a live chicken into the Minecraft movie?
I
And
did
he
see
said,
that
"Flint
one.
and steel," and then he threw the Molotov cocktail at the screen.
That can't be right.
That's true.
Okay,
trust me.
should we
Hey,
get
Funny
into
impulse.
the big one of the day? No, wait.
Let's do
No,
We
it.
should do
'cause
Hell
I
of a
ha-
Summer first, right?
I have some. I have some
Yeah,
by
but
myself
Aiden, but
movies.
let's break it up a bit.
Fine.
Yeah,
we'll break.
okay, Aiden.
We'll break it up, and then we'll come back to mine and your
Yeah.
solos.
Okay, so let's talk about the big event. We all saw the Minecraft movie. Minecraft
We
movie.
all
actually.
saw the Minecraft movie.
We did.
So guys, I think we can each talk about our individual experiences of the
Me and
movie.
Aiden's experience.
Yeah, I don't
are
think we
very
need to talk about like the necessary plot of the movie. But
Because
just, like,
honestly,
Minecraft.
I mean,
Minecraft.
the
just,
plot
like
is
everyone just like say like their reaction of like the audience and like their like favorite moment.
because honestly,
Reaction of the audience. Piss
Yeah,
poor.
Me and Aiden, there was
Our
almost
audience,
nobody.
there
There was
was, like,
very few
yeah.
people in our theater. Some of them were our age. Most of them were. There
It
was
was
like almost.
just us cheering for Chicken Jockey.
We were basically
Just
the only
us.
ones in the theater making noise. Everybody else was like adults that were
Really?
too old to do it.
Yeah. No, they
The
weren't
theater
even
was mostly
laughing.
empty. The theater was mostly empty.
Yeah.
so you have to appreciate this movie only on what you saw in the movie. That's
Yes,
terrible.
Yes.
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 Yeah,
And they were
that-
ungrateful.
That would
The
probably
movie was
suck.
fantastic. Everybody that doesn't like it is straight up just ungrateful.
I mean, I think we can say this. I think,
This
particularly,
movie
it's
sucks.
this movie sucks. But I'm
Be
gonna say
happy
this.
you got a Minecraft movie. Stop being
It-
ungrateful.
It's fine. I'm gonna say this. It's not even like terrible. I think it's just a mediocre mid-level movie. But when you're in a theater full of fucking people going crazy, it's insanely good.
Every
yeah, we
single
didn't-
joke
It was
funny.
personally the greatest theater experience I've ever had.
I'm gonna
Every
agree with
single
that.
joke was funny,
That.
including every time Jack Black spoke.
Yeah, no, I think it beats like fucking Endgame level theater. It was crazy in there.
It was quite literally everyone Garfielding. Like
Have
Like,
you guys
us,
seen those?
us doing Garfield was like 4 of us. Where it was like, haha, empty theater. But this was every single person did not give a fuck about being nice. They were.
I gotta say,
screaming.
if you see the aftermath videos of like the theater employees going into these theaters after the Minecraft movies, I feel so bad for these employees.
Yeah.
Because
I feel
the
bad.
popcorn is everywhere. People aren't even eating the popcorn. They just say water bucket release and throw it on the floor.
No, I feel insanely bad for theaters. Like they've had to make warnings, and so I've even seen things where it's like they have specialty theaters where you can just go crazy.
They should definitely have those.
But the thing is, FinTop movie, Jack Black is in Minecraft World. Then they do like fucking Barbie, Teen Beach movie
Okay,
where
but
they go into.
wait, Uri,
they go
what
into
was
other
your
world.
audience like? Did you have like a ton of
Okay,
people?
so it was
You
on
know
a
what
Friday
sequel's
night.
already allegedly in the works?
It was on a Friday night, the day after the like premiere day on after Thursday, and so it was
We
like the
saw
low.
it on the Thursday. We saw it on Thursday
We
night.
saw
That
it
might
on
be
the
why.
Thursday, yeah.
So I saw on the Friday night, and so Friday night that's actually a pretty good day because like people go out. It's Friday night, and so it was a bunch of just college students from the college, and it was like a pretty actually full theater. Like guys, I don't see nowadays. I just don't see theaters full in any regard.
Yeah.
The last time I
Same.
saw a full theater was maybe a complete unknown, and that was like entirely old people, and And so this was the first time I saw like a pretty full theater. From like, and it still wasn't like completely full, but it was like more full than you'd think it'd be. And people were going crazy. Like there was laughing. Like you could talk to your friends, and like it was fine because everybody was talking.
Really quickly
Um,
though, I do want to talk about the bucket. Number one, why is it orange?
You got
Number
the
two,
worser TNT bucket.
why is it not square? Why is it not actually a cube?
It's a rectangle.
And
Um,
where there's no wicks.
Yeah.
The, this side,
This is
what
the
the fuck is
TNT
going on
bucket
there?
I got. That like is so much
But
more.
did you go
like
to
it.
an AMC or Cinemark?
I went to an AMC.
Yeah,
So-
'cause this is a
Fine.
Cinemark.
At the AMC theater, I want you to here's what I bought in terms of merch. I split it with one of my friends. We got a Minecraft dog, like stuffed animal. We got a TNT popcorn bucket. We got like the Minecraft themed drink that had like the chicken jockey wrap on it and like an
Jockey?
Enderman topper. And then my friend bought 4 of like the little loot box keychain packs just to try to get the chicken jockey one. So the AMC's
Chicken
making bank off of this movie.
Yeah.
They definitely
Um,
are.
Yeah. And so I
That's
went
why
with a
it's
few of
already beat Five Nights at Freddy's. That's why.
it would, yeah, it's like it's overperforming at the box office. That's crazy.
I
yeah.
don't.
I mean, it
I
makes
didn't know
sense to me. Who is not-
overperforming was a
Who is
thing.
not gonna watch the Minecraft movie? No,
Because the thing is, it appeals to every fucking market out there, really.
because everybody has played Minecraft at this point. Minecraft has been
It-
the most popular game.
You're going
It's the
with your
best-selling video game of all time.
you're going with your child to go see the Minecraft movie. Gen Z, you're gonna go see the Minecraft movie just for the memes. Other generations have played Minecraft. You're just gonna go fucking see this movie.
Yeah.
Because even me who doesn't play Minecraft, I just had to see it because it becomes a cultural event like Barbie or Oppenheimer, something like that. It just becomes a thing like that. And so I went with a few of my friends. We really kind of enjoyed the experience. Movie's shit. I'm
The
going to
movie's not good.
Okay,
movie
yeah, I
is-
can agree that objectively the movie sucks ass, but we got a Minecraft movie,
Yeah.
and we should be
We did.
grateful we got a Minecraft movie.
I don't think the CGI was
And I'm
that
glad
bad.
it
I liked-
was.
No, the CGI was not bad at all.
I liked
I'm
it.
so glad this was like a fun bad movie and not just like a Borderlands where it was just boring.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they knew they were making kind of a shit post, but it's like leading it to like this
Minecraft,
amazing
if they
shit.
are actually making a sequel, the sequel will 100% just be a shitpost. There's no
Guys,
way they're
guys.
actually gonna make the second movie serious.
That's why I feel so bad that you and Nicola, that you didn't get a full fucking theater for this.
I
because
know.
that makes
Okay,
it
can
worse.
I?
There was
I think
no
I had the
one
best
there. It was
theater
so
experience.
sad.
Okay, let me walk you through mine. Thursday night previews, 7:30 p.m. I pull up with 8 people from my gaming talk show. So literally like hardcore gamer fans who like know all the Minecraft references. Then we're sitting in the lobby getting for concessions. We see 8 people come up the escalator in full like suit and tie. So we'd be like, Minecraft movie? They're like, Minecraft movie.
Makes sense.
So
yeah.
we show up. The theater is completely packed, and you could tell even during the previews, people were like already cheering, and it was so sad because I was sitting there and the movie light started to fade, and this old couple just like walked in holding like popcorn and drinks, being like, "Wow, it's gonna be a great date night to the Minecraft movie," and you see people like, "Creeper!"
No, I felt
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad. There was a family, just like a family with like a baby next, like
Yeah.
in the theater. It was, oh my god, I feel bad for them.
I
but
think,
you know,
yeah.
it's
Personally,
mostly
my
just
favorite,
college students, though. You know,
my favorite theater moment was like during the all hope is lost moment, like, and everything started fading. Everyone kept screaming in the theater, "Garrett, we need you, Garrett!" And then he fucking cheered everyone, standing ovation.
Oh my
When Garrett the
God.
Garbage Man came back, that was cinema.
and then
When-
afterwards
When Jack Black and Jason
Yeah.
Momoa 69 for the plot of the movie, it was
That
actually
yeah,
the
no,
best part
that
of the
was
movie.
all. I did
What-
not expect that.
that
It
was,
was
a
so funny.
crazy.
That
And
was
then-
by far the
Yeah.
best part of the movie.
And then Jennifer Coolidge just dating the villager, and like when, at the end of the movie where he speaks, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All
The
the
movie
Minecraft
had
YouTubers
like
being
some
the-
good. The movie did have some good jokes.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
say.
gonna
Most
say
of the
this.
jokes
I
What?
really liked
Which
when the
jokes
villain
weren't good?
started pulling out the 3 separate knives to stab
Yeah.
Jack
Which
Black.
jokes
That
weren't
was
good?
really funny.
Genuinely, which jokes weren't good?
The movie
The
was
movie
not
just in general.
good.
Which jokes were not good?
Right in the Ender Pearls.
That was good.
That's not in the movie.
Okay.
I just made that up.
I know. I was like, that did not happen, but still.
But
So
afterwards,
Uri, speaking about Minecraft, we've been trying for a very long time to make for the channel gaming videos hardcore Minecraft, and we have just been waiting for you. So Jesus Christ, get on that shit.
I can't.
You can't avoid it.
what do
do it?
And
What do you mean you can't?
Guys, but then afterwards, me and my friends, we went to McDonald's and we got
Hey,
the
Uri,
Minecraft
don't just
meal.
dodge it.
Bro, it's deflecting.
Uri, don't dodge it.
I want to
Uri?
talk about the thing in my hand.
No,
we don't
no.
gotta talk. Not until you
No.
talk about the hardcore world.
Guys, I got the burger.
This guy's just fucking.
Oh, McDonald's Minecraft burger.
Personally, I would've
No,
cut
I
that
think we need to have a cardboard cutout of Uri in the world, and that'll be good enough.
Yeah.
I got the burger, and it's not the good. I wanted to get like one of the potion, but I got the burger.
I wanted to get the grimace egg, but then I never even went.
Can I say this about the Minecraft movie is that it sucks as an adaptation of Minecraft?
It definitely does suck as an adaptation.
It's so bad. It is so bad.
I disagree. I don't know why
Bro.
you're like it's a bad adaptation.
Straight up, his world was just modded. That's what everything can be explained by. His world was modded.
They had so many good references to it. It was like literally just like random like Minecraft
So many good
people playing that.
references. Slime block. Elytra wingsuit.
He said creeper farm. He has a creeper farm.
You can't have a creeper farm. He's
Yeah,
just lying.
It is
Guys-
you quite literally can have a creeper
Okay,
farm.
yeah.
No, you cannot. You cannot just farm exclusively creepers, bro.
Yes, you actually can though. You unironically can make a soul creeper farm.
Not in the way he did it.
Guys,
Not
do
in
you
the way
think-
he did it.
No.
I will
His
agree.
world
Not
was
in the way.
modded.
These were
You
just
got the creeper
wrong.
spawn area.
Or diagonal fence posts. Things were just wrong. Like
His
if you
world
look
is
at
modded. Those are modded fence
his
posts.
world is it had to be modded because
Okay,
so
but Aiden, you
inaccurate all
can't.
the
This
time.
film was made by true Minecraft fans. Like,
how did
if you look,
Beck, how did he get elytra wings? Three of them, without ever having been to the end. 3 of them, because he forgets one. He has 3. He has 3 elytras, and only has ever had one
obviously
ender
he
pearl.
Obviously, he has a mod that adds
Never been to
custom
the
loot
end.
tables.
How?
He has a mod that
How?
adds custom loot tables to dungeons, and he went to a dungeon and got it.
Aiden, there's a little thing called suspension of disbelief. If we didn't have that, we would not
guy's
have
ungrateful.
Garrett and
This
Steve
guy's ungrateful.
69ing in the air.
This guy's ungrateful.
I believed in that. I just don't know how he got 3 elytras without having been to the end.
I'm
That's
just
what
saying.
I'm confused about.
Am I pointing
There
at
were
Aiden?
so many references. I especially
Aiden,
like
you're
everyone in my
ungrateful.
theater. When there was a Technoblade reference, that was so that.
Oh yeah, no,
I-
that was great. That was nice. I agree with that. I liked the scene that had all of the Minecraft YouTubers in it. That was cool.
Even though we did miss that in theaters.
we
did
missed
miss
it, and then we
We
went
did
back
actually.
and realized,
You-
oh wait, they were all in
intro?
that scene. Yeah, the one in the intro. I just didn't realize that it was that's where they all were. 'cause I
Oh,
was
yeah.
so focused.
The shipping containers, yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
the best characters of this movie was definitely Jack Black. He definitely
Garrett.
carries the movie.
Garrett.
Garrett's
Garrett's
pretty
the best
fun.
character.
The Garbage Man and Jack Black are the
The family,
best characters.
like the 3 others, like I don't want to be mean to
They
like
don't
child
matter,
actor.
bro. They
I don't
don't
wanna be mean-
matter.
They don't matter. I don't want to be mean to a child actor or anything like that. I thought it was like okay. Those characters like they don't really
She's
not really important.
The sister is bad as hell.
That storyline just does not matter. Like I have to take care of my brother because like our mom, blah blah blah. I don't care.
Question. Did this movie pass the Bechdel test?
Maybe doesn't she
Yes,
talk about
Because
like
there's that
Minecraft-
2 scene where they're walking and they're like bullying the zombie.
Is a
and they're,
zombie
like,
not a
looking for the
guy?
cartographer. No, they're
Is a cartographer not a guy?
the Bechdel is just 2 women having a conversation.
No.
Well, no,
2
but
women
it
that
means
have a conversation.
conversation that's not about man.
Okay, yeah, no,
they're talking about here.
Guys, does the
It
Celsius
100%
podcast,
fucking passes it.
guys, does the
This
Celsius
podcast
pod
has never passed the Bechdel test.
does
There's
the
no
podcast
women. We never
spell
had
check
two
us?
women.
Question. Does
Yeah?
it really pass the Bechdel test if there's one conversation?
Yes. Yes. That is quite literally the rule. Is there only has to be one conversation.
Yeah, but does it really?
Guys,
Yes,
Because
that's
it's
how the
just
rules
the
work.
obligatory, we passed the Bechdel test. But then further than that,
Yes, it quite literally does pass the Bechdel. No, wait. Why does it say it
guys,
doesn't? No, it
guys, we
does.
need to do for an event for one of our episode 10s. The Celsius pod passes the Bechdel test. We need to do that.
How will we do that?
Guys, do we
Unironically, but
even know
how?
2 women?
Yes, we know 2 women, bro.
I think we can get 2 women.
I don't
we?
think we can.
Let's get all our. Let's just have our moms do a podcast. Let's
Yeah,
all
but
get
your
our
mom or your
moms to do
sister
a
can
listen.
talk to each other on the podcast.
No,
That's
let's
not
literally.
about-
What about one episode? Instead of us doing a podcast, we get all of our moms and have all our moms do a podcast together, and we just see how long they can talk to each other.
Well, that's the Minecraft movie.
That's episode 130. I'm in charge of episode 130.
The Celsius pod passes the Bechdel test. And Minecraft movie, it's fine. It's definitely going to make a Minecraft movie 2. That's inevitable. Do you think they're going to do the Ender Dragon in the second one?
They have
they
to.
might
Probably.
have to do the Ender Dragon. If not, they do the Warden
Yeah.
Or the Wither.
or the Wither. But then that requires them to go back to the Nether. They're not going back to the Nether.
They
What do
beat
you-
all the Nether people. They beat the evil pig step dancer.
They're going to do something where like she survived or something, you know?
No, it's just no.
No.
They're gonna have a new villain.
They do a new villain.
I don't
Maybe
know.
they would do pillagers actually, because that's what they did for dungeons.
Oh, pillagers
I
would
did
be
like-
really annoying.
I did like the one that was like where the one he died earlier in the movie. It was like, "What's up, bro?" Like that one.
Oh yeah, Big Chungus, General.
Yeah,
Oh
Chungus.
General
yeah,
Chungus,
General
General Chungus.
Chungus.
He was voiced by the director of the movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the Minecraft movie. Great theater experience. Terrible movie. That's why,
I wish we got that theater experience. It would have been so much better.
like, Beck, it's a
Yeah.
I
1.5
still enjoyed the
star
so much,
movie or
I'm not even
something.
gonna lie.
I
No,
gave it 3.5
maybe
because it's
personally,
still
like-
enjoyable.
Unironically, it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I'd say
like,
like
yeah,
two
As
and
like a
half.
movie.
I'm giving it a 3.5
As
because
a
I did find
movie,
it
I think it's a
enjoyable.
3.
Chicken
As
Jockey
a theater
is
experience,
great.
5.
Yeah,
I mean, I said beforehand that we would have to face the possibility that this was not going to be an ass movie, and I think it lived up to those expectations.
I think this movie falls into unreconcilable differences at some
I
point.
think it falls into all of the tiers.
Yeah, I think it's
Mhm.
all of the tiers.
I think it's chicken jockey tier.
It might be.
Yeah.
Guys, Beck, what was the chicken jockey reaction in your theater?
Crazy.
Yeah, will you just send it to us?
I will send just the chicken jockey one.
I know I
But-
posted my I am Steve and my chicken jockey because that was fun.
Yeah. Mine, I think that was the biggest cheer in the movie.
Oh, big when he had the diamond armor. That was really big.
That one was cool, and I was just like, the way this
Diamond
looks,
armor, full
they
set.
know it's stupid, and they're going along with it, and I liked that.
Yeah.
Diamond armor, full set.
That's a
Okay.
Minecraft movie. Aiden singles.
Yeah.
Singles.
Singles. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Where do we start? So let's start. I rewatched Lilo and Stitch because remake is coming out very soon. So good. That movie's so good. I mean, I think everyone here has seen Lilo and Stitch.
I have.
I have it.
Classic. What?
Okay, so what
Really?
we need to do the Mulan, Beauty and the Beast,
Beast,
Little Mermaid,
Lilo and-
the 4 like insane Disney movies that one of us haven't seen. So I haven't
might
seen
have-
Little Mermaid.
I might have
Aiden hasn't
Lilo
seen
and Stitch. I
Mulan.
low-key can't even remember.
Uri hasn't
that.
seen Lilo and Stitch, and Nicola hasn't seen
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So is that?
I
yeah,
low-key might not have seen Lilo and Stitch. I have like vague
Well, that-
memories of it, but I
Then
might
we'll
not
knock out all of them.
I have vague memories of Lilo and Stitch, but I don't remember watching it.
Lilo and Stitch is such a good fucking movie. Like, it's so funny. The aesthetic is so good. I watched it while I had the flu and almost cried to Hawaiian roller coaster ride. I don't know, man. The move incredible. Nani is so hot. I don't know why they did that. Whoever designed that character needs a raise. Like Jumba and Pleakley,
This is why
great
you watch the
characters.
Celsius podcast,
I
for
am
this
so
commentary.
sad that Pleakley is not gonna be just a alien in a bob anymore, and is actually gonna be like a live action person. That ruins the joke and the idea. I don't like that. Live action's gonna be bad. But it'll be better than Snow White, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Did you guys
Yeah.
see they shelved the Tangled remake?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I did see
Wasn't
that.
popular enough.
I wonder what
Yeah.
they're gonna do about Moana.
I think
Moana's
they already
pretty new,
like.
I think, right now.
I think they definitely have put too much into it.
Yeah, they started
And-
filming it.
Yeah.
What else? I
Um,
can do one. We'll go back and forth. a
Yeah,
bit.
we can move back and forth.
Actually, wait. Did either of you guys watch Death of Unicorn Nickel and Beck?
I did.
I have not
did.
watched it.
I watched the first like 45 minutes.
What do you mean? You left the theater?
I did.
Why, you hated it that much?
I was tired.
He was
You
tired.
wasted
Oh my
money on
god.
a ticket. Beck
Went
Live,
home and-
famously the tired one.
Beck, just sleep in the theater or something. Just I need if
Yeah.
I get tired in the theater, I need just like 5 minutes and then I'm recharged.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm just tired for the rest of it. That's why if I
let's
feel
talk
like
about
I'm
Death
getting
of
tired
Unicorn. I
Okay.
did not fuck with Death of Unicorn. I liked it. I liked sort of the concept, but I feel like it just went way too far with it, and like I don't know what became too much of like a different type of movie by the end of it, like a
It's-
horror.
It's weird because you would think it's like a straight
Yeah.
com, but then it's like, no, we're a gruesome thriller, huh?
Comedy vibes from the first.
In fact,
45
it becomes
minutes.
a fucking horror movie at the rest of it.
Yeah, the rest of the movie, Beck, is a straight up horror movie.
Like you get unicorns
Like
killing people.
the middle section of the movie is literally just a comedy movie. Like it's hilarious. The movie's really funny when it remembers that it's a funny movie because
Yeah.
it has good actors in it.
Yeah, but and like I just did not enjoy Paul Rudd in this movie. I think.
Oh,
Like-
Paul Rudd his character sucks. I hate the dad so much. Do you know how disappointing it is to go into a movie and see your favorite actor suck ass? Like,
Oh my
or just
God.
his character suck ass? Look at this man. This is not a man that should be playing a terrible father.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
like
guys.
it's like, but and then Beck he does type. It's like kind of a thing, sort of like he's sort of like the Ant-Man character, but the Ant-Man character like he's not a bad dad, but they try to do like a redemption arc by the end of the movie. That's like
They don't do a redemption arc. He has one conversation with his
one
daughter.
they make it seem like that's a big thing by the end of the movie. It just feels
Yeah, no. From what I got in the movie, he was literally only bringing the daughter along because he had to.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the entire thing. The rest of the movie, every time that Ripley tries to speak up, he's just like, the money, and then keeps going. Until like everyone is dead, and he's like, Ripley, I've been doing is it Ripley or Ridley? Ridley,
Uh,
right?
I don't know, one of them.
Ripley is the person from Aliens.
Ridley. I think it's Ridley. Yeah, he's like, Ridley, your mom wanted me to protect you. That's why I'm getting $1 billion for us. And then they're like, oh, okay.
They don't make the I enjoy the unicorn stuff, but then they just went in a weird ass way with it.
Yeah, the entire like I mean, I liked the concept of like unicorns
liked
are
it.
evil and they're bad, but then it's like, bro, I do not need to see the unicorn ripping out somebody's organs. I don't need to
Okay.
see that.
Is it
Aliens
is it
was
like
really
that the
bad
unicorns
before,
are like
though,
inherently
general.
evil, or is it like the mom
No,
unicorn?
when they get like attacked, I think,
Yeah,
and then they go revenge.
is,
okay,
is
yeah.
it there a second unicorn, or is it still like the one unicorn that they hit?
There's
over-
more
that they-
unicorns.
3 unicorns in the movie. There's the
Okay.
one they hit with the car that dies, and then the mother and father.
Okay, yeah.
But the one character that the one character that I did think saved the movie was Will Poulter as like sort of like
He's
that.
so funny.
He's great
Bro,
in the
he's
movie.
So funny.
He's amazing in the movie. Like he just his whole
he's
His whole
He
thing
just-
is that just snorts the cocaine, horn cocaine, you know, the unicorn
Yeah.
horn, and that was pretty funny. He was definitely the saving grace of the movie. Where
I think
Paul
Jenna
Rudd
Ortega. I mean, Jenna
was
Ortega plays
fine.
herself or whatever, but she's not
Yeah.
like bad. She's not a bad
not
actor.
bad, but I just wish they utilized Paul Rudd well and them together more. Because like,
Yeah.
come on, you're having like a good cast here. Like, I feel like the only one that's really used well was Will Poulter.
Yeah,
But
especially with him. I don't know, like him being like the main villain or whatever.
kind of
Like,
yeah.
that's yeah,
And then the movie just ends the weirdest fucking way. Like,
yeah.
explain it, Aiden. It's like
So the movie is like the unicorn powers. They find this out and they bring the original unicorn back to life, which is great. I actually really liked that because I was really sad for that unicorn. Paul Rudd also died in a really dumb way, might I add. But then he comes back to life, and then Jen Ortega and the unicorn and Paul Rudd, they're all connected. They're all friends now. And then they get arrested by the police because it's like there's a bunch of dead people. And obviously, like, that doesn't make sense. So they're all dead. And unicorns aren't real, so that they're all dead. And then when they're being driven away by the police, all the unicorns come back and ram them off the side of the road to get them out of prison. And it's like, how do they understand the concept of prison?
and then wait,
Those
doesn't
are
it just
unicorns,
kill them
man.
all? I'm confused.
No, because they prepared for it. They put their heads down, seatbelt in. Also, they can come back to life. We know that, so they'll be fine.
Yeah. Poor driver
Yeah.
of the car.
Yeah. But my main issues with this movie is Paul Rudd's character sucks. It's too gross. Like, there's so many nasty deaths. Like the first one, the doctor when he gets
Yeah, but
stabbed
also, Aiden, you're just overall really bad with gore.
that's true. But
I know,
also
you
this
like
movie.
Smile too. You like Smile too. So.
I did like Smile too, but I just didn't like the horror aspect. But like this one is like stabbed through the gut, ripped in half, organs being spilled out, guy's head gets stepped on, and we see his eyeball explode out of his head.
And I'm gonna
Um,
agree. I'm okay with gore and stuff, but that's not what I thought the movie was going to be. It was
No,
not marketed
This
to me.
movie was never advertised as gore fest by horses.
Yeah,
Which it was just like a very weird thing to have.
I
but-
thought it was gonna be sort of like a comedy, maybe philosophical idea about what happens when you hit a unicorn.
No,
But it was-
do you know what this movie is about, Beck?
What?
This movie is about capitalism.
Yeah.
It's so overtly big pharma, greed. Look at, we've killed a unicorn and we're using it to bring people back to life. It's so corporate. It's like, it's good though. I had a good time watching, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna like watch this again. But I saw it because it's a new movie and it has Paul Rudd in it. So I don't know.
Aiden, what else did you watch?
Let's see. I watched Disney Plus original movie that came out this year. Alexander and the Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Road.
The
If you know
sequel.
the sequel, well, no, it's not a sequel. It's a I don't know what it is because
Reimagining.
it's not the same characters. They're all Mexican now.
It's a reimagining.
Yeah, they're all Mexican now. This movie is very much about Mexican heritage.
So this
Um,
isn't like a sequel to like the Alexander Horrible, No
It's
Good, Very
not-
Bad.
no, it's
movie.
not at all. It is not at all a sequel to
but-
that movie.
To be fair, didn't that movie come out like 10 years ago at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah,
I
and that
liked
movie's
it.
that movie's fun. This movie's not fun because you know how it's like Alexander and his family are like the most unlucky people ever. They
Yeah.
do not push that at all. Like they have a fun concept where it's like the reason they're unlucky is because like this ancient artifact has been in their family for like 100 years and the artifact is cursed and that's why they're so unlucky. And they keep trying to get rid of it, but it keeps coming back. But they like don't do anything with it. They like wreck 3 cars and like that's it. Like that's all that happens to them.
I
It's
think
like
they just stuck at driving.
they maybe you would think so because that's basically what it is. It's like they wreck 3 cars and lose their stuff. They end up in Mexico without passports and then they get home fine. And it's like, what? Like they just right off they're like, I'll call my friend.
They
She
just
has
cross
she
the
like
border. You can't do that.
crossed the border in a river somehow. I don't know how the fuck they did that. They just ended up in Mexico. But I don't know, man. They could have like biggest thing about this movie is like it's not funny either. It's really boring. Like they don't push the like bad luck enough. Like there's this thing where like the idol, the cursed relic, whatever thing, like keeps following them. It just like it fell into the cooler and came with us. There's one scene where it like is in the RV and it like the RV sinks into the river, but then like some guy fishes it out and then a bird carries it to where they are. Like it's not like a fun big Rube Goldberg, here's how it ended up back where we are. It's just like a bird carried it to exactly where it needed to be. And it's like, come on guys, be better. Just like make it more entertaining. There's like there's kind of good messaging in it, but it's also like the daughter has the like sister has an arc where it's like she can't use her phone because she also got in a car accident. They wreck 4 cars in this movie. Wait a minute. They wreck, holy shit, it's just car accidents. They couldn't think of anything else. She gets her phone taken away during prom week. Very sad during promposal week. And her whole thing is like she's waiting for the boy to ask her to prom, but then the grandma's like, you never had your quinceañera, you're not really Mexican and it's like, what are we talking about? It's like
Sorry,
a woman wouldn't be invested in promposal. You're not a real woman. It's what the fuck are we talking about? Exactly. I'm confused. Not good. There's one good joke where everyone knows that it's promposal week except for the mom. Even the grandpa that just kind of shows up out of nowhere knows about it, and that's funny. But the movie's not fun, not good. They show Power Wash Simulator one time in the movie, very briefly.
Stop it.
So like that was the best part of the movie, or the part when the grandma just goes, "Ooh," for no reason. I don't know why she did it. I don't know why she did that, but it was funny and out of
She got
pocket.
possessed by the ghost.
But no, they're just healers, is what she said, and then she ooh. So that was not a good movie. I would not recommend you watch it. I would recommend you watch maybe the original one, because that movie is
The original
good.
one is really good.
And they go crazy on the bad luck stuff. It's not just 4 car accidents. I rewatched Naked Gun because they released a teaser for the new one. The movie is not as funny as I remember it being. It's actually not that funny. There's like long stretches of no jokes.
What's Naked Gun about?
The guy Nick is part of the police squad, and there's a guy who wants to kill the Queen of England. Using mind control at a baseball game.
Blows up pancakes with mine.
Like it's like a really like creatively funny, but there are like the mid section of the movie and near the beginning, they just like there's not that much like joke wise. Like there are really good ones, like there's really good bits and really good jokes, but it's not as laugh out loud like funny as like something like Airplane or Spaceballs or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I know like this one sits at the top of like parody slapstick kind of movies like this, but it's not.
This isn't where I park my car.
I mean it is still funny, but like not as funny as I remember it being. Definitely the one trailer shot where like in the new movie, and the trailer shot where they're all like talking to their deceased relatives or whatever, and like the new black guy is like to the O.J. Simpson portrait. That's pretty funny. That the joke in the trailer is fun in the movie. I do like how much shit OJ's character goes through the movie. He goes fucking through it, and that's funny.
Because this is before the thing, right?
Yeah, before he murdered his wife and that other. Yeah.
No,
It was
no,
before-
no, he was acquitted, guys. The glove didn't fit. You
Right,
must acquit.
Right.
the
The
glove does
glove
not
didn't
fit,
fit,
you
so he
must
acquit.
acquit.
Yeah, right. I forgot, Beck.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
that.
we're not gonna speak
Yeah.
ill of the dead here. OJ died, and so let's
Yeah,
respect
I'm
him.
so glad
Okay.
OJ Simpson's murderer finally
Remember his book,
died.
If
Right.
I Did It.
What? It's
Okay.
called If I Did.
Except
Uh,
because the
And
family
I,
of the murdered victim has the property, has the
Yeah, Nicola, we're not gonna talk about OJ
Yeah.
law here.
so I have two more.
I'll go first.
Oh, okay, you go. Yeah.
I think the last thing I want to talk about is The Watermelon Woman. So it's a really campy kind of movie. I watched it for my fiction film theory class. It's like from the 90s. There is this black lesbian woman, and that's a big thing. And she's
What's the name
like,
of this movie?
and so she's looking up at like
No worry, what's the name of the movie?
the Watermelon Woman.
Does she grow watermelons?
No, it's about
No,
this.
I think it's supposed to be racist.
No, it's not about racism at
Oh.
all. Well, it kind of
okay.
is, but not really.
Then why is
There's,
it called the Watermelon Woman?
This woman, I forgot her name, but she watches like an old like movies, like where like sort of the black characters in like the 1920s are really reduced to small roles, like
Yeah.
either like main characters. And there's this woman, called the Watermelon Woman, as listed in the thing. And then so she makes a documentary trying to find the Watermelon Woman and trying to learn everything about her. And so this movie's her, with her trying to find it, Watermelon Woman. So it's half this kind of adventure where she's trying to find the do the documentary, and also kind of half rom-com where she's living her life. She's dating this woman, and she has sex, and the acting leaves a lot to be desired, but it's pretty campy, really fun type of movie, and like, pretty interesting, sort of like about the idea of like sort of representation, stuff like that, and yeah, it's enjoyable enough. Yeah, the Watermelon Woman. Suggest if you wanted something like pretty fun to watch.
Wow. Uri, you also rewatched Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, I know it's coming out like in May or something for an anniversary, but me and my friends just wanted to watch it, so we watched it, and it is the second best Star Wars movie in my opinion.
I agree.
It's such like a for like
Okay,
I know
Beck,
like,
you don't. Your opinions don't count. Your opinions don't matter.
What's the
in this
first best for you?
Jack, what's the first one for you?
Best?
Yeah.
Is it fucking?
I don't
part
think we
A,
need to go into that.
No,
Okay,
no.
so don't bring up your opinions on Star Wars then.
I have bad opinions. The first one for me, obviously, is Return of the Jedi.
Mhm.
And but
Never
the- I
finished
I
think
don't know. Personally, I think Revenge of the Sith is better.
Hold on, Beck.
I
Wait,
could
this is
love-
new development. Hold on, Beck.
I
This
love-
is new development. Did you just say you never finished Return of the Jedi?
Wait, I
Yeah.
did not hear that. Wait, why did he say that?
Just now you said
I
that.
straight up did not hear that. That was just cut from my mind.
Beck, how? Like that movie is like has like the greatest 30 opening minutes of cinema, and then like continues to be great the rest of the movie. I'm confused as to why you
Like,
may
it's a
think.
So
great ending.
like over COVID, I was like, okay, I should finally watch all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And I got through the original. I got through The Empire Strikes Back. And then I started Return of the
you're very
Jedi.
disrespectful by saying I got through them.
Yeah, but they're bad
And then
movies.
I kind of never finished Return of the Jedi, so I should probably finish
Jesus
that at one
fucking
point.
Christ.
Okay.
But I think people over hate the prequels. I think I agree that you can say that maybe about Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace, but Revenge of the Sith is like
Phantom Menace.
Revenge of the Sith is like
is my number one movie because I feel like I love Anakin's fall to villainy. I love every single line is quotable from that movie.
yeah, it's a bit
It
stupid,
has
but
some
Star
of
Wars
the
in
best
general is
fight
kind
and
of
some of the
stupid.
best choreography.
I mean, the last fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin
The
is
final
just
fight is
amazing.
the best fight in
Star Wars history. It's the best
in-
fight. Yeah.
I would
It's
say
an
even
ama-
beyond Star Wars sometimes. In like
It's an
most in like a
amazing
lot
fight.
of franchises.
It's an amazing fight. It's an amazing movie. Like, there's not 1 minute in this movie that I find uninteresting. Like, it's an amazing sort of like great, like, I don't know, what is it, like 140 minutes. It's a great 140 minutes. It's great. You can see on Letterboxd, like, there's like, it builds up to be like, there's a super high 5 stars, you know. It's a great it's a great movie, and like, I think like time has really turned on the prequels, especially Revenge of the Sith, where I don't think that's going to happen for the sequels.
I won't, because
Uh,
the sequels aren't good, Beck Lions.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Guys, something that's really funny I want to just mention really quickly is the fact that the Minecraft movie, like,
Yeah.
its Letterboxd rating is so funny. The way it's like,
great.
It's like
It's-
a perfect. It's like a
Oh my
U.
god.
It's literally a U.
it's like it's changing up to like there's a bunch of like 2, the 3, and then there's just one straight shot up for 5.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
There are 78.2 thousand 5-star reviews.
5-star ratings. Man, how are we here?
The second most is 3 stars at 51.5K.
Yeah, that's
Aiden, anything else you have?
yeah. So I so
I also
rewa-
have 2 things and after Aiden.
Okay. So we have so they released on Disney Plus this documentary about the Goofy movie. And so I rewatched the Goofy movie. That movie is a great movie. I'm gonna say I include this in the Disney Renaissance, even though it's not technically like part of the Disney picture animated whatever, like it's part of the TV division at the time. But I'm gonna say this is part of this movie's incredible. Just the entire thing is great songs, great story, great messaging, great animation. And then I watched the documentary right after. And I don't really want to rate documentaries, but like it's not like this movie had like a troubled history or anything. Like, it's not like anything like that. It was just like people really like this movie and it means a lot to made a thing about it. And
Did they
I
talk
think
about Did they talk about the dead pixel thing?
yes, they did actually talk about the
Yeah.
dead pixel thing. Yeah. I think the most like the best part about this movie is that they have bits of 2D animation. And they talk a lot about Jeffrey.
Jeffrey what?
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Katzenberg,
No.
the guy that he was like the head of Disney for a while,
Right.
and then he moves to DreamWorks. And he's just like a terrible person. Like, they make sure to make him out to be a terrible person. They draw him like a little. He's like really short.
There's something with
and
those
like kind of
Jeffries, man.
evil.
There's something with those Jeffries.
No, don't say that. But like they also make it like show that he was really important to this movie being made. Like that when he left, they like lost a lot for the movie. So they do like show that even though he was not very good of a person, that he was very important. But again, the 2D animation is by far my favorite part about this movie, or this documentary. And they have also a lot of behind the scenes stuff that like hasn't ever been seen. So those were also cool to see. But I mean, it was good. I liked it, but not like I don't know. I don't really know how to like rate documentaries, but it was good.
Yeah.
Documentaries are kind of a
documentaries
hard
are
thing
very
to
hard
rate.
to rate.
Like
Yeah.
if you do want to like watch, like if you really like the Goofy movie, then I would recommend watching. It was a good watch. But I just also don't really like documentaries, so I just kind of find it boring. But it was good. I like how it was put together. I like the 2D animation.
Yeah.
I like hearing everyone who worked on its thoughts and stuff.
Anything else, Aiden? Or is that?
That is it. I think I probably watched some episodes of shows.
Yeah, but we
but
don't need to
nothing
cover
that-
that
no,
for today.
not
Becky,
today.
you want to end this off?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Well,
I have
I'm gonna
something with
talk
that.
about 2 animes quick, and then we can end with Hell of Summer.
Okay.
So,
Depending on what animes there are.
first anime I want to talk about is Dr. Stone. Now-
hell nah.
So
Hell no.
this anime, I think it takes a really like interesting concept where basically one day every human in the world is turned to stone, and that sucks. So 3,000 years pass, and then this really smart guy breaks out of the stone, and it's basically like everything has been reset. It's just like the Stone Age again, like the name of the show. And it's basically him using his like modern day information to like make all of these like inventions from our day, but like showing it like step by step. Like it's like mine for the metals. You have to set up a water wheel to get the electricity. It's all this, and I think it's very interesting because I always thought like the interesting concept like if you had all the information of today, how quickly could you get to this point? And that's very much like what the show is like trying to follow. And there's also like this whole like war plot line where it's like he has to fight all these people that are like really strong, so he has to make like weapons with science so they can actually beat them because he kind of is like
Nuclear
weak.
bombs.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then the one Aiden wants me to talk about, I've been watching a lot more Jojo Part 4.
Let's fucking go.
I don't
Rock,
remember
paper,
where I
scissors.
left off on the
Ooh,
last
so
pod.
close.
But I just finished the rock, paper, scissors episode.
Back, rock,
Hell
scissors
yeah.
right now. Back.
Sure. All right. Rock,
John,
paper,
Ken.
scissors.
Oh.
Okay, wait.
Okay, it has to be on shoot. On shoot.
Okay. Rock,
Rock, paper,
paper,
scissors. Why are you
scissors.
going slower?
You're
Guys,
going
guys.
slower.
Bro, I
Same
swear to fucking God.
speed, guys.
Okay.
Rock, paper,
Rock, paper,
scissors,
scissors, shoot.
shoot.
Okay. You quite literally
Hey, Nicola,
did it
Nicola,
like
you
4
are
really
seconds
good.
after.
Nicola, you're going at a weird.
Holy shit. This
Okay.
guy's okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock,
I'm
paper,
not- I'm
scissors,
not
rock,
doing it with
paper,
you.
Scissors, rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, rock.
Okay,
paper,
so
Stop.
I literally don't remember where I left off last time.
You
but-
stopped at Rohan Kashibe's adventure, I think. I think last time we
Okay.
talked about the Ghost Alley episode,
So
which is what got me into JoJo.
I think I was just talking about you on call. I don't think I
Oh.
talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
But yeah. So just a lot of episodes. We kind of concluded like the main first plot of the third where they got Chili Pepper and they got the bow back. So
Bro
that's
called him
cool.
Chili. Bro called him Chili Pepper because he does
I
all the
don't
dub
remember
names.
the
watches it in
names.
dub.
No.
He
Red
watches it
Hot
in
Chili
dub.
Pepper. It's like the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Bro's gonna hate every single part after this. when they're actually all
and then
men.
we get introduced to basically a ton of new characters. Rohan Kashibe, Aiden keeps saying that guy's important.
So important, bro.
Okay, we get introduced to like this cool kid, and I really like the harvest stand. I think it's a really cool idea, and the way they just make a ton of money off of it is funny.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
kid so much.
If I told you that for Shigechi stuff that it went Shigechi, the introduction into the into them getting the lotto ticket into Cinderella in Shigechi dying, would you believe me if that
I love how he cut out for the entire.
You
last
cut
part.
out. You cut out for all that.
It's great. Anyway, in the manga, Beck, it just goes Shigechi, all of Shigechi stuff into Cinderella, back into Shigechi dying. Like it like there's no, yeah. The anime switches it all around so that you get more connected to Shigechi before he dies.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so you've
Um,
already been introduced to the villain.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Beck
so-
is pretty far.
and
Beck told me,
then-
yeah. Yeah.
And then now we start like that main plot for the rest of part 4, which is this guy named Kira who's a murderer. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Dexter Morgan.
okay, let's go find the murderer. And they go and they track him down and they're beating him up and they have a cool fight. But then he uses a stand that we've seen in another episode to just completely change his identity. And I thought that was a really cool way to tie it back into a previous episode.
Yeah.
Then they go to his house, they go to check it out. turns out his father is a ghost inside of a photo.
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
I think
that's a stand. The stand is that he's a ghost inside of a
the
photo.
stand is that he's a ghost inside of the photo. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you do have another like really cool twist where there's actually a second bow and arrow that can make stand users. I thought that was
Yep.
really cool.
It is cool
So-
that they introduced a second one.
Bro is
Yeah.
not ready. These
And
are
then
the stand arrows.
we have a bunch, and then he's like, I'm gonna go make a bunch more stand users. And so far he's made one in the episode I watched was this guy who's like, if I beat you at rock, paper, scissors 3 times, I steal your stand. And I thought that was cool. Especially like the way he could like change his own writing once he had a third of it. That was
Yeah.
really cool. And then yeah. I think I got it's 39 episodes in the season. So
Beck,
I'm on 27.
You're about to hit the stride of like the peakest shit you've ever seen.
Okay, yeah. So I have basically 12 more episodes in the season.
Yeah, you have the Mikitaka episode, and then you have the episodes. I think those are my favorite episodes. Part 4 is the Highway Star arc.
Okay.
If my nose
and
is
then-
correct, one of you beauties are on your periods. That would be me.
Would be me.
I do know that clip because
Yeah, that's the Highway Star.
fucking sending me the reel of that.
Yeah. And then you have then you have Stray Cat, and then you have Thursday, and then you have the final fight.
Yeah.
And you'll like the
And then
final fight.
after
The final
that-
fight's a time loop.
After that, I think is Golden Wind and Stone Ocean.
Yes.
Are they like the
Golden
same length?
experience.
They're
I think
short. They're
so.
shorter. They're
Yeah.
shorter.
Okay. So I would say
Uh,
I'm like halfway, 2/3 through.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say
Okay,
would
they're the same length, Beck. They're it's
So-
39 and 38.
Okay.
Yeah.
So halfway.
I'm gonna say
You're
some
more than
people-
halfway.
some people think
Yeah.
that Golden Experience is boring.
The golden, yeah. Some people think Golden Wind is boring, but like when it came out, it was very much the popular anime part.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I think
Um,
the final fight of part 5 is the
Yeah,
best
the
one.
final arc is really good.
Okay, well, I will probably keep watching JoJo week to week.
I'm glad
so
you're like actually starting to really enjoy it now.
I was enjoying it in part 2.
You
Yeah,
weren't
no,
though. You straight up
Yeah,
weren't.
but then
And
you
then
didn't like
part 3 was just so long, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
fair.
point, bro.
That's fair. But now I'm glad you're like actually back into it, and you're like, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, the
this is what
Crusaders
I-
had
I
a
want
fight
you to
for
know, I
Westeros.
did. Someone in my class was saying that they were watching JoJo, and they said their favorite part was part 2. So
A lot of people like part 2
Part 2
Yeah.
is really good because part 2 could
because
what's
Joseph
his
is
name?
so funny.
Joseph part 2 can unironically solo anybody just
Yeah.
because he is part 2 Joseph.
Yep, he has plot.
Uri, what the fuck is going on with your hair?
Bro has the Josuke hair.
okay, hell of a summertime.
Yeah, we're gonna end on Hell of a Summer. This is the movie
Okay.
that's written, directed, produced by
Finn Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard and
And it's
Billy
starring
Burke.
Fred Heckinger. This guy is in fucking everything nowadays, isn't he? He's in fucking everything. He was in Thelma, Gladiator 2, White Lotus. This guy's in everything.
He's really funny in this movie. I really
Yeah.
liked his character. So I thought here's I'm gonna start with this. I thought it was a 4-star movie, and then I bumped it down after thinking
Mm.
about it.
For me,
Mhm.
it was funny, but I mean, it kind of literally the horror movie just pulls out the 2 most common horror movie twists of all time.
Yeah, the movie is like it's like a parody kind of homage to 7 slasher movie, something similar to Scream, adjacent to Scream, a camp slasher. And it has all these characters. And then it's like, oh, but now there's a murder on the loose in the camp, and we gotta figure out who it is and survive. And it takes itself so seriously in that aspect. Like the rest of the movie is like a straight up comedy, but then like it's the most serious it's ever been, like this murder thing. And it's like takes itself way too seriously, and then they're like, and then they show us that there's 2 murderers, and then
And
it's
that-
like,
And they're
And
both
then-
people that we thought were dead.
and it's both people that we thought were dead, and it's like, then why did you show them getting murdered? Huh?
Yeah.
'Cause
It
then
was
it doesn't
also-
make, it stops making sense because you see them get murdered on screen, so it's like, huh?
Okay, yeah, no, you see the woman completely covered in blood, and you have the psychic literally go and say, "Yeah, this is her blood."
Okay,
So
but
did she just
yeah,
fucking
but
like
she
did she,
was
like,
wrong
cut herself?
twice, though. She was wrong twice, Beck. Yeah, so they just had fake blood on them for 2 different murders. Which is like, I don't know. I didn't like that aspect. Also, they killed like one of my favorite characters at a point that he didn't really need to die. Like, but this movie does do a really good job at setting up like, okay, these characters are gonna die because they're super one-dimensional. There's goth girl, there's allergy kid, there's vegan girl.
The allergy kid death was really funny.
No, he was just he was just peanut butter.
It was literally just
Yeah,
fucking more scared of the peanut butter than the fucking knife.
it was great. Yeah, the movie's really funny. That's like something about it is like they figured out how to like write a Gen Z movie. Like the dialogue is so good. There's just so many like
because
random.
Gen Z is now starting to get old enough that they can actually do the writing.
Yeah, but like it's like it's such a funny movie. They have so many great like one-liners that I've just been like quoting other friends. Like everything that Bobby says is hilarious. Bobby's a great character in this movie. That's the character played by Billy Burke.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Wolfhard just kind of
He's
Wolfhard
not
just
killing
plays
the
himself.
hot people.
he's Dude, it's suicide. Why would you say that? Now I don't want to go in.
I was hyping myself up.
Yeah, the movie's great. The movie's really funny. But like, is they set up like you know who's gonna die kind of pretty immediately because it's like, all right, these are the important characters. But there's one character that I really like. His name was Ezra. He's like the theater gay kid, and like he survives for so long, but also like pepper sprayed. So you think he's just gonna make it out of the movie, and by the time he's still alive, they reveal the killers to the audience, and then they group them all together. So it's like, how did he get killed? How did that happen?
No,
He
he
also go-
wanted to be on stage.
I know, it was dumb. Why did they let him on stage? He was blinded. The characters in this movie are like the stupidest characters that have ever existed. They see the murderer with a knife, the guy they thought was dead with a knife, and they're like, "Oh, you're alive! Great!"
Oh wow, dude!
It's such a duh. It's
I
so
thought you
dumb.
died.
It's so dumb. And that's why it's like when it tries to take itself seriously, it's like, come on, guys. We're playing so dumb that it's like, don't stop taking yourself seriously. What are you doing? And like the like character arcs are like super like lackluster, which is fine. Like they're there for it for like movie's sake. So it wasn't just like dumb bullshit. I don't know. I enjoyed watching for this last week, and I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, I definitely like. I feel like I also like. I feel like personally, I don't know if this is just like because I've been watching more movies, but I feel like so many movies are now doing like 2.5, 2 hours like runtime, where I feel like they're
Yeah.
making them really long, and it felt good to just have like this like
A
hour
short movie.
23
Yeah.
minute this comedy.
No, that's nice. It definitely fills like this gap that really isn't being filled by anything else.
Yeah.
And it's nice that Phil Wolfhard gets like a directorial debut.
Oh
here.
no, I think they should let him. I think they should let him write more comedy. I think he just needs a straight comedy. Like if he had something like Bottoms, like if that was like if you worked on something like Bottom, then like
That'd be
we'd be in good shape.
Yeah.
Like that's what we
Oh.
need from him is like something like that.
I mean, he's pretty just naturally funny. You know, he's like
Oh
a,
yeah, no, I think his character is really good, but it like his the funniest lines, but the way that like Finn Wolfhard himself delivers them is like really good. Like there's a water bit where everyone's like dying and he's like, you know, plastic bottles are the real killer, and then he's just walking around with a tray of glass water, but like
And then he
glasses
just
full of
fucking
water.
spills it.
He just drops it. Like I don't know, he's like really fun. There's like a really funny scene where, you know, 9 out of 10 women perform the first sexual act on the guy, and it's like, how did you know that? Like they throw around really funny
No, because they say
statistics.
he's studying feminist like literature
Yeah,
as a
it's like,
major in
he's-
college.
He's taking a women's history class. Like the movie's really funny, and that's the problem, is that it should have just been a comedy. Then it like it's the same problem that Death of a Unicorn, except the plot sucks. Except the plot sucks. I also wish that Ezra didn't die. He didn't need to die. He could have made it out of the movie. Like he was there for so long. He didn't need.
You have to kill the
Yeah.
gay one.
I don't know.
Okay.
But the movie's very funny. You don't know how good pussy is after killing someone. It's great.
Yeah. Are you having a boner right now?
You know, no, dude, I could be your third. No, I could clean up the blood and stuff. Yeah, highlight is like highlight is Billy Burke's character Bobby. He's like really annoying for the first half of the movie, and then in the second half, just like locks in and is just like the best character. Also, we haven't even said like the main character. The main character is like also like entertaining, but like doesn't really do anything. None of the characters do anything in the movie, which is also a problem. They all just kind of sit around and be stupid. That's great. That's good.
Whatever you
Okay,
say.
now before we end, I have a
Yeah.
proposal for location of the film.
Sure.
Ooh.
Just anywhere on Pali campus. You
I
guys
I
go
like
with
that.
that?
if you
I
can
like
do
it.
that.
I
I
don't
like
know
it.
if we can legally do it, but it's funny if we get
During
caught. 'cause it's
summer-
great
during
behind the
summer.
scenes.
It's called guerrilla filmmaking,
During
Nicola.
summer, there's adult school, though. That is the thing.
Yeah,
We're adults,
but it's
though.
also really funny.
On the weekend.
I like that idea. That I'm for this.
Sure,
Okay.
I like
I'm
it.
not, I'm
One
not
scene
making
has to
movies. You
take
guys do
place
whatever you want.
somewhere on
For
Pali
people who
campus.
don't know, Pali
I'm
is
just
our high school.
advising as your professor that you should not be getting arrested.
Well, if we get arrested, do we get bonus points?
Boners points.
Okay, well,
Um,
throughout the entire podcast, that's how much of the it was completely
I-
solid.
I
Well,
That's
recommend.
crazy.
I recommend the Watermelon Woman for anyone. Who wants
I
to watch.
recommend the Goofy movie. I always
I
recommend
recommend
Goofy.
America the Motion Picture because it's
I recommend
stupid and funny.
Conclave because it was goated.
All right.
Always
See you
use
in
Celsius.
122.
Uh
Always use
oh.
Celsius. Thanks for listening, homeboys and homegirls.